What's happening, everybody, and welcome to the Pops Wiz SportsCast, coming to you live from the Mr. Whisker Studio in upstate New York. I am your co-host, Bobby K. To my left, the one and only, the coolest cat with whom you want to chat. Man with 9 lives and cat's eyes, a.k.a. OMG, your host, the one and only, Mr. Whiskers.
Oh my God! What's happening, Pops? What's happening, everybody?
Getting ready for the season, 2 days away.
2 days till opening day. I got Hollywood in chat saying I'm here. No need to worry. Got here early. What's up, Hollywood?
Hollywood, I got a trivia for you today.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be diving into that a little later on this evening.
Came to me out of nowhere while I was laying in bed.
Well, you know, it's about time.
That's true.
You know, it used to be a regular.
Yeah, well.
I remember going on, when we were taking Lucy for walks around the block. We talk about like trivia question every week.
I'll keep trying. Baseball is upon us, so there got to be a lot more trivia.
Let's see. I would say I'm good. I have to record mine here later. All right, man. Yeah, we get to test out our new speakers today.
Okay.
So I've already figured out how to do that. At least I think I figured it out on how to get that working out. I got the settings, I think it should be okay.
I didn't know you got new ones.
Yeah, they're right behind the monitor here.
Oh, okay.
Very slim, very, very small, very compact. Love it because it doesn't take up that much space,
Where'd you get these?
I got them at Walmart, actually.
Okay.
I was looking around and, like I said, I was going to keep my eyes out for them. And, I spotted these and, it was the right brand that we need to use for what we do here.
Okay.
And I saw them. It was like $18.
Okay.
So, you know what? I figured let's go. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Yo, cool lady, what's happening? How you doing? I know you must be feeling pretty good right now. Cool lady got some good news. She was telling me earlier in Discord.
Which is?
Cool lady, she's got her retirement set up.
Wow.
So I think what'd you say, cool lady? Like 3 weeks? I think she said like 3 weeks. She's got it set up.
Damn.
So again, big congratulations, cool lady.
Wow. Now what are you going to do?
Well, I feel like Cool Lady's always active. She's always going to shows and dinners and concerts and stuff.
All right.
So,
speaking of concerts, your brother's going to go see Disturbed when he goes to Florida.
I know. I heard about that.
Yeah. He was telling me yesterday, over the weekend, man.
I told him, I was like, Sound of Silence cover that Disturbed did is one of Papa K's favorites.
He told me. Yeah, no, without a doubt. So.
And Cool Lady's saying, and I'll be getting $25,000 on top of it as well.
Nice. It's like severance.
Wow.
It's probably like severance pay, I would think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what That's a pretty sweet deal.
That is good. Yeah.
Cool Lady. If I were you. As soon as you retire, I'd start looking around. Maybe take like a little Caribbean vacation or something. Take that $25K. I'm going out to like DR or fucking Cancun or something.
Yeah, well, hold on to half of it. You never know. Good idea, like you said, go to vacation, but.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat. I feel like I haven't been on vacation in forever. I can't afford it right now.
No, me either.
No.
But
Cool Lady's saying I'll get a part-time job too.
No.
What?
Don't do that.
What?
Everybody told me to do the same thing when I retired. I said, hell no. I worked enough, unless she's much younger. I retired. I was 63, I think.
It was about that, 62, 63.
63, yeah, no, it's definitely 63. So, no, I was no, thanks. I was done.
See, I would say my first trivia question is an NHL question. All right, bro. All right.
Speaking of which, the Rangers are on the West Coast this week, playing the Kings tonight. They gotta win. The Islanders and the Devils both lost last night. So this is good for the Rangers. Get the damn 2 points.
Yeah, Pops, but it's a roller coaster ride with them again.
5 games. L.A., the Ducks, the Sharks, the Wild, and then they come home to face the Devils on the 5th game. So these 5 games, 10 points are very, very important.
I just am not feeling optimistic.
No, tonight's really going to be tough because the Kings are good.
I know, we lost to them in the Cup that year.
Yeah, but I mean, they're back again. They ain't great. They're beatable. They're not like that team. But the next 2 are out of it. You got to beat the Ducks and the Sharks.
I mean, it's, you listen, the Rangers got an uphill battle right now.
Yeah.
And, sometimes that works out great for teams because, when the odds are against you, then you surprise people.
Yeah, I don't see it with this team.
But I don't see it either. I'm just kind of keeping my expectations the same.
Just get in, like Sean said.
I definitely would love to see them get in. Like, I know I've been negative on them in the past during the course of this season, but at the same time, like, I mean, they haven't really given you too much to be excited about.
Because even if they get in the playoffs, I got a bad feeling they're going to get swept.
Yeah.
Because the defense is not great, and, they can't score.
Yeah.
I was shocked the other night when they beat Vancouver. 12 shots, and they scored 5 goals. 12. And he scored 5. That's unheard of.
Yeah, it's not good.
And Shesterkin stopped 36 of 39. If they're going anywhere, or if they make the playoffs, it's going to be up to him.
I know, it's a lot of pressure.
I know.
It shouldn't just be up to one guy. Like, they really need to step up.
Well, in hockey, the goaltender's the guy.
I know, but again, you what do you think? You disagreeing with me here? Like, they got to step up and score.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
To take pressure off the goaltender.
The 4 guys that that normally I thought were going to score big didn't do shit this year. Panarin, Trocheck, Kreider, Lafreniere.
No, it's been such an off season.
Yeah, nothing. Panarin's leading the Rangers, I think, with 21 goals. He has 49 last year.
Let's see. We got Cool Lady saying something to keep me busy because they only pay me a little over $2,600 a month in retirement. I mean,
That's not a lot. I could never live on that. Between retirement, pension, by the way, and Social Security, now we're talking.
Yeah.
But just one, no.
Well, what do you think about doing, Cool Lady? Like, have you looked into other possible part-time jobs at the moment, or you're just dialed in, focused on getting everything ready and prepared for?
Maybe that 26 was what was that 401k?
No.
No. This was maybe severance.
No, I forgot what she said it was called.
Okay.
In Discord, but yeah. No, I don't think it's not a severance because a severance is like when you get fired.
No.
No.
Severance I got when I retired. Remember I had to wait almost 10 years? Because they put it on hold, and then they finally agreed to it.
Okay.
Yeah, severance, like what my job was equivalent to about $150 a year. Yeah. And it took forever, it's like 10 years, and I thought I'd never get it. All of a sudden I got a letter that says, it's been posted, agreed.
Done.
There's more
Done
money.
deal.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hollywood saying my Blues are playing in St. Louis versus the Montreal Canadiens.
Big game. I hope you beat them.
And I can watch the game tonight. Show Papa K my new haircut pick because the trivia is going to have my Blues hat on. Hollywood. I showed you that last week.
I hope your Blues beat them because we are fighting the Canadians for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So, beat them.
Yeah, beat them up.
Beat them up tonight, because St. Louis
beat
is
them up.
Not a division, they're in the other conference.
Get them out of here.
Yeah. Montreal, go figure, right? Not the Montreal of old, but that was a team in the 70s. Oh.
So I got to, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying that was an unbelievable team.
Hold on, Hollywood said, I did not know if you did, my brother. Oh, yeah, that's when we were here. We had bricked up brick over here. We got to check out the new haircut. Looks great, brother. Looking smooth, looking sharp, dude. Yeah. I got to get one myself, man. This is getting a little...
Yeah, it's not that bad yet.
I don't like it.
I get one every 6 months because my shit don't grow anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honest.
No.
You asked me the other day, did you get a haircut? And I told you it was over 4 or 5 weeks ago.
No.
Yeah, it don't grow fast. The way it's right now, I like it.
Yeah.
Because it's not too short and it's not too long, and it's easy to comb.
See, this is longer than I like it to be.
All right.
So I gotta get it trimmed down. I'm gonna wait till the next paycheck though.
Okay. Now you could stand on Walmart by the corner with a shopping bag, asking for food and money.
I mean, I could do that. I could just take the buzzers the clippers I got and just.
I don't want to do that.
See how well that'll turn out. That'd be fucking crazy.
No, I don't want to go there. No.
But yeah.
You'll look like the guy on Major League. Hedgehead. You got a name? What are you going to set up for Veghead?
Look like Freddy Krueger was my barber. It would not turn out well. I gotta clean the beard up a little bit too. It's getting a little lengthy. It's getting a little volume to it.
Looks fine to me.
Let's see. Hollywood saying looking like a handsome devil. Thank you, Hollywood. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate
about
that.
Me, not you. No. Only
Damn. No. So we got some exciting things to talk about, and we'll be hopping around like we always do from subject to subject. But I'd like to get into this whole talk of the NFL right now, the New York Football Giants. We have a quarterback now.
You like it?
I like it.
Really?
I like it. Well, so for anybody who's not been paying attention, the New York Giants signed Jameis Winston, a 2-year deal. Mm-hmm. I think the second year's option. I forgot exactly what the parameters were to that contract, but I didn't even know Jameis Winston was a free agent or anything like that.
He's been bounced around. He was what do you call it? Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a gunslinger. So you're going to see, one difference you're going to see now, you're going to probably see a lot more touchdowns, but you're going to see a lot more picks too.
You know what, though? At least it's something to get excited about, because going 3 and out's getting kind of fucking old for me.
You know what the other move that they're going to make? What I'm hearing today, rumors on Evan and Tiki, because Tiki was a Giant. Cam Ward is their number 3 pick.
Yeah.
Rumors are they're going to get him and get rid of him and fill up some other spots.
Okay, that's an interesting rumor. But I've also heard this. What was it? The Sanders kid. What is it, Debo Samuel's kid?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be a Giant. And he is also a quarterback.
Debo Samuels, he's still playing.
That doesn't mean he doesn't have a kid, right?
Well, he's pretty young.
Who am I thinking? Deion Sanders, maybe?
Deion Sanders, maybe.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking Deion Sanders. I think I got the names confused a little bit. I apologize.
I think I heard that too. I think it's Deion Sanders.
His name is I don't think it's Shakir.
I don't know. Well, I did hear about that, yeah.
But yeah, so he's got a very interesting name.
Is he any good?
He's a quarterback, and yeah, from what I understand, he wants to play for the New York Giants. They're kind of thinking it could be an Eli Manning situation, with Archie. No, don't put the.
That's what they're waiting for, by the way.
Don't put that hat on. You're going to be a Giant.
Archie Manning's next year. He's going to be the number 1 pick.
Well, that's interesting. I want to get into that in a little bit, but talking about this, okay, so we got Jameis Winston on the New York Giants. He's a gunslinger. That's okay. We've had so many games, other than when we faced the Colts last year, every game was just
sucked. 13 points average.
It was it was nothing to get excited about.
I'd rather lose 35-32. At least I saw something going.
At least it was keep you at the edge of your seat.
Not
okay, can we get a final drive?
Yeah, or the second quarter, the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not going to score. If they're down 28-0 or 28-7, the game's over.
Yeah, now then you got some serious problems. And then it's just now you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense. So I'm pretty excited about this, because now, again, we have Malik Neighbors.
I think he's going to have a field day with this guy.
That's what I'm thinking here. That's the vibes I'm getting now.
Yeah, 6 catches last year with this guy. he'll get maybe 15 TDs.
Yeah.
We'll see. Talking off the, top of my head, I don't know. We'll see. Can they protect him?
I mean, he'll be running for his life.
Oh, that sucks. Give me 3 seconds at least.
But I agree with you, Pops. But here's the thing. What would you rather have in the pocket? Would you rather have Jameis Winston or Tommy DeVito?
Jameis Winston.
Okay? Who would you rather have in the pocket? Jameis Winston or Aaron Rodgers?
Jameis Winston.
So I really feel like we kind of...
Aaron Rodgers is just one step away from retirement. It's either Pittsburgh or nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody else wants him.
Honestly, yeah. And from what I found out, too, which I did get some news on this, Aaron Rodgers did take a trip to Pittsburgh to talk with the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe.
Well, the Vikings told him no.
Of course, they don't need him.
No, they got...
Plus, they've had successful seasons.
Yeah.
They've been playoff... they've had playoff potential every year.
Nobody figured Sam Darnold did what he did. And now they got J.J. McCartney, who was hurt. Yeah. And he was their number one pick, so...
So it's like...
Rumors are Russell Wilson wanted to come here.
Well, that's what I've heard, though. I heard that, too. But see, I heard it was either going to be Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And then depending upon where Aaron Rodgers went, the other team was going to get Russell Wilson. Which I was even okay with that as well, because we've been on a 9 to 10 year rebuild as, the New York Giants.
14 years, really.
In a sense.
Yeah, it was after 11. Eli was still good, but they weren't good enough to go to the Super Bowl anymore.
Again, I don't even think about Super Bowl in that sense. It's just like they weren't even a good enough team to get into the playoffs.
No, they got there twice.
And then they benched Eli Manning after 210 consecutive starts to put in Geno Smith. We all know how that turned out. I think he threw a pick immediately.
Well, remember Eli against Green Bay, right? In that playoff game, Beckham couldn't hold the ball.
Oh yeah,
Kept dropping the ball. That game would have went otherwise if he caught those 3 passes. 2 of them would have been for TDs.
See, Hollywood saying Rangers play the Kings in L.A. tonight at 9:30.
10:30.
Well, it'll be 9:30 his time, 10:30 our time. Yup. Thanks for that heads up, Hollywood. Appreciate you, brother.
I don't even know who's starting for the Yankees. I thought it would be Fried, but now I don't know.
You want to jump into baseball?
No. Let's stick with it. You got other news about football?
So, okay. So Aaron Rodgers possibly going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah, he's going to retire.
I don't know. Why is he traveling around if he has the intentions to retire?
He still wants to play, but I don't think they're going to take him. If anything, keep Russell Wilson, who's 36. This guy's 41.
That's what you would think would happen, right? But right now I think like he's looking at teams that need a quarterback.
He's desperate.
Right? That's kind of how I feel. I feel like there might be a little, like, I got a little bit more left in the tank, but I don't see it. You had 2 seasons with the Jets that literally came to nothing. 5 wins, I think it was.
Yep.
And an Achilles injury.
Yeah, which took the whole season.
Yeah. It's I'm just saying, it's time to hang up the cleats, man.
Don't go out in shame.
Don't embarrass yourself.
You are a Hall of Famer, obviously, and
you have a ring.
Yeah, you have 1 ring, which amazing. I thought he would have a lot more, but
yeah,
he could never get by the playoffs.
Well, yeah, when you see all the other teams that just you started sparking fire.
Yeah. Well,
but it's like, again, this isn't a Tom Brady situation, and this is kind of the thing. Like what Tom Brady did when he left the New England Patriots, I imagine a lot of people thought he was done.
Yeah.
And then he goes on this crazy diet, and he's taking as much care of himself as he can. Goes over to the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, wins one.
And gets Gronk to come with him, and then you got Mike Evans over there.
Seems like ages ago, right?
Yeah.
And he winds up beating, the Mr. Number 1 star in Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Who shut him down.
Who would have figured? They blew him out.
Well, the defense was phenomenal that day for Tampa Bay.
But,
just like Philly did. They held them to nothing.
it's one of those things where it's like, and that's what I feel. I feel like Tom Brady had set, he kind of created a new standard where, like, quarterback position, you can go into your 40s. And I wonder if that's going to be the new thing. You're going to see a lot of quarterbacks not ready to hang up.
Yeah, if they're healthy, yeah.
Hang up the jersey.
Yeah, well, I
And
can
go
see
for that. I don't think
Aaron
that.
Rodgers is one right now. Russell Wilson might be the next one.
Hold the phone. Hold on a second. We got Eric in the chat. I was talking with Eric earlier. By the way, what's up, Eric? What's up, brother? His girlfriend, Victoria's Creations. We got the Tumblr out there. She's been creating a whole new variety of things that she's been creating, and she's been doing like these Pokemon, but they're video game controller holders that you can place on them, just to display your controller. And growing up, I love Pokemon. Even as an adult now, I'm still a fan. Mm-hmm. And so I put in a request, and Eric over here just posted something. Hold on a second. Let me pause that. Hold on a second. I gotta show this off.
It's a purple people eater.
That looks insane. That looks insane in a good way. Take a look at this. That would work with a PS5 controller, right? Oh shit, he's got Resident Evil 2 in the background.
Show your face, Eric.
Let's go. Oh, Pops, come on.
I know. Well,
Don't be rude.
Everybody sees us. Why can't we see them?
Because some people might not want to show their face.
I get you.
And plus, he's showing me.
They're probably wanted somewhere,
It's right.
In the end.
Yo, that looks incredible, dude.
Lord, I can't go back.
That looks incredible. Put one on layaway for me. Remember layaway?
Sure.
Put things on hold. And...
James Way.
That's right.
They were the first.
That's right. That looks so cool, Eric. That is...
No, that's all better way because people buy everything online, including myself.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
Eric, I don't like it. I love it. It looks awesome. That is...
And you can buy things now and do 5 payments. You don't have to pay the whole thing at once.
Yeah, like finance.
Yeah, without interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed when I was shopping with the home that when I bought those things for you guys, they said you could pay in 5 payments or do it right away. And of course, I said, no, do it now. I don't like shit hanging over my head. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I've paid everything off already. Not bad.
Let's fucking go.
But I think I told you, Verizon sent me a notice. My card's coming in 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But Eric, put one aside for me. All right?
His girlfriend created that? Like, invented it?
Yeah, just like what she did with your Tumblr. She designed that. She put that together.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. That's why I feel like you got any ideas of anything that you might like. See, I want it because I my controller. I just wherever I put it. Normally I put it on top of my PC, but I'd like a better way to display it. Instead of just having it lying around. Okay. And then Eric showed me it was a Bulbasaur, which is a Pokemon controller holder, and I was like, holy shit. Now, granted, that's not one of my favorite Pokemon, so I just started naming out Pokemon. And my favorite's Gengar. He's a ghost Pokemon, right? I know you don't know who he is. No. But nor do I care. I was like, oh, is there a way that you could do that with Gengar? And chat, you guys just seen it, man. That shit looks amazing. Let's see. Eric says, well, it isn't our design, but we use the blueprints someone else created. Basically, purchase blueprints from them. Okay. That's still cool as shit, though. I still want one. So, put one on hold for me. I get paid next week. It looks incredible. I love it. It definitely fits like the vibes in this room too. But yeah, again, I'm not to sound like a broken record, I am excited about Jameis Winston on the Giants. We have a quarterback. Whether
do something with Cam Ward. Get me something for him.
I don't think we're getting him.
He's our number 1 3 pick. We got him. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but he's the number 3 pick.
Yeah, but he's the Giants' number 3 pick. They got him no matter what.
Well, how does that work? I thought whoever gets the first pick in the draft.
You got the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth.
Yeah, and the Titans have the first pick, do they not?
Whoever was the worst team, yeah.
Yeah, so they can't draft Cam Ward?
They didn't want him. They drafted somebody else.
Wait,
Giants drafted Cam Ward as number 3, and they got him. They're going to use him as a trade bait.
Do you think that's a great idea?
If they get somebody great, like a couple guys, a defensive end that can, how would you say, chase the quarterback around?
Yeah, but like if you have, because Jameis Winston's only here for 2 years.
Either that or get somebody for the offensive line to protect him.
I'm thinking right now we need a quarterback.
Well, you got one. They got him. They signed him for 2 years.
I know, but I'm saying is that you get Cam Ward on the team.
And then you get rid of him and you keep DeVito as the backup.
You'd rather have DeVito over Cam Ward?
Yeah. If they can get something really good for Cam Ward. To me, they need offensive help. And, because they couldn't score for shit. So either get me another offensive lineman, another receiver, or another running back. Because if you can't protect the quarterback, he's useless. Sorry. We found that out with Daniel Jones.
And we wasted 6 years of our lives with Daniel Jones for one playoff appearance.
They thought he was the guy. They were wrong. We'll see.
And then he opted out.
Got
Bulbasaur is hard to ship. Gengar is easier because Bulba has vines that would likely break without expensive shipping. That is a good point.
He was gone.
That is a good point, Eric.
He was chased out of town. Pretty much. Yeah.
Plus, I always like the ghost and the water Pokemon more anyways. I'm not really a big plant Pokemon kind of guy. Well, they chased him out of town, but he opted out anyways because he wasn't doing anything for us.
He knew they were going to get rid of him, so he opted out. And he didn't play anymore, even when he went to Minnesota. And didn't he sign somewhere for $10 million?
I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything on that.
I heard that, yeah. He went somewhere for $10 million. I forgot where. Anybody can help me with that one? I think I heard that.
Eric, you still haven't answered me though. Are you gonna put one on hold for me, right? Because I don't want the same scenario to happen with the Pyramid Head figurine, and then that was gone. All right, am I definitely getting one of these? Are you gonna put one aside for me, brother? It's like I said, I get paid next week. I'll a little chit chatting, a little purchasing. We'll talk some monetary value. You know what I'm saying?
Make you an offer you can refuse.
I can make a pyramid head if needed also. I do want one of those, bro. I'm not going to lie. I do want one of those. I want this controller holder first. But, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely want one of those pyramid head ones. That thing was fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, it looked nice to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it's for, but...
It's all video game related stuff. Which, speaking of video game related things, you guys ready for this? Papa K, you want to share the news about Home Run Derby?
No, I said we'll start it. If I get blown out in the first month, I'll quit. Loser that I am.
That's right. We're going to bring back the Home Run Derby Challenge.
Probably starting next week because baseball starts Thursday.
And I did purchase. I have the 2024 one because we have the 2023 one. So we don't have 2025, but we have a newer one than what we had before.
When did you get this?
I picked it up a couple weekends ago. Okay. It was like $30, not bad, and yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that.
All right. I didn't have much fun with the 23, so
maybe this will be your game.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Hollywood saying, "Hell yes! Home Run Derby returns."
I told him we'll play 2 games. If it's 2-0, that's it. If it's 1-1, we'll go to game 3.
And then I told him, let's just play it until you get bored of it.
Well, until I get my ass kicked.
You never really got your ass kicked, though. You
crap out of me the last time. I couldn't win. It was like 5 weeks in a row I couldn't win.
Yeah, that wasn't getting your ass kicked. Like, it was like 21-20.
Still lost.
Okay, but that's not an ass kicking.
0-5. Not 5-0.
Okay, well, that's because you get all down and out.
That's true.
And then you stop trying.
I didn't stop trying. I just...
you stopped trying.
Loser.
You stopped trying.
Everything I hit was foul.
You stopped trying.
Anybody know who's starting for the Yankees Thursday? I know the Mets are starting Clay Holmes. I have no idea who the Yankees are starting. I heard rumors it's not going to be freed. I can't believe that. Why not? Clark Schmidt is going to miss at least 1 start with some kind of injury.
Let's see. Hollywood's saying, I own MLB 24 the show. You will love the game. I played it a bit, Hollywood. I played it a little bit. Actually played against, you know who else has it? Grim. Grim has it as well, and I learned something about Grim.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty fucking good at baseball games.
Really?
Yeah, we played a little bit Saturday night. Lost to him 1-0. I was playing as the Yankees.
Oh, it's not a home run derby. It's a whole game.
No, yeah, we played a whole 9 innings.
Okay, yeah.
You know, you and I would just stick to home run derby.
Yeah. No.
Hollywood saying I could check. And that's right, Hollywood. We don't buy viewers. We hang out. We shoot the shit.
Yeah.
If you like what you see, drop a follow. Hang out and talk with us.
Yeah.
Or just enjoy the show if you like lurking. Either way, you know, this community isn't built with money being spent to buy fucking viewers.
No.
Nah.
We're not that way yet.
What do you mean yet?
No.
I'm pretty sure I'm in the driver's seat right now. What do you mean yet?
Never.
Yeah, I know the show's at 50-50. We're not buying viewers.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing it for, 7 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. 7 years. God almighty, I can't believe that. Where did time go?
I know. It's also, like, again, like when we go back and we've seen how the show's evolved from how we started to where we're at now.
Oh, my God.
And a big thank you to you as well, because, like, ever since you know, I thought I was going to have to twist your arm to get into doing this with me. And you're like, fuck it. Let's go. When do we start? Yeah. I'm in. Love fighting with you about sports. But also, you've also contributed a lot to this setup right here.
By the way, the Yankees played the Mets yesterday at Met Place, at their stadium. Juan Soto got the shit boot out of him by Yankee fans.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
traitor, phony.
Hey, he went with the money.
Yeah.
He went with the better deal.
Evan Robinson.
Apparently, if Saquon's allowed to do that, and I'm not allowed to say shit about that.
I want to see what they
which
do.
I said anyways.
When he gets to Yankee Stadium when they face each other.
Yeah. No, listen. Like you said with Saquon, I'm saying it with Soto. Listen, he went where there was a better deal.
No. Yeah, definitely.
It was a better deal. It was a better deal.
Yeah, but
it still was a better deal.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the reason though.
It's not like Saquon got a much better deal than what we offered him.
I even heard Evan Roberts, who's a diehard Met fan, say the other one big reason because he's the man here. Said it again.
No, I get that, but again, there's a couple of factors here. Of course, he's going to be the man there, but it was a better deal.
No, from $700 to $765. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
You got to go where the money is. $65,000.
65. Yeah. Well, give me a break.
Wait. What was it?
$65 million.
It was $65 million, and
Yankees offered $700 million. Mets got him for $765 million.
So you got $65 million more dollars.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. I will never see that in my life.
And the Yankees, I don't think would have gave him a 15-year deal.
No.
And definitely not a suite.
No. So yeah, that's not a little better. That's a lot better.
Well, again, like Evan Roberts said, he's a diehard Met. He goes, he's here, and it's already proven in spring training. He's the guy.
Yeah.
In Yankee Stadium or with the Yankees.
No, I'm not going to disagree with you.
Judge is the guy.
And
he has an ego. Let me tell you, he's got an ego.
Who, Judge?
No.
Soto.
You see how he tried to win the Yankee fans in right field, which was Judge's position. They loved him. Now they hate him. And they were yelling, like I said, phony, traitor, you name it.
Yeah, no, and I got on board with that because when you said that while we were on the show, like it clicked in my head. That wasn't even a thought in my mind, right?
I do it right
I
away.
just thought, wow, that's a lot more money right there.
Yeah.
I'd fucking...
Yeah. No matter where else he would have went, he wouldn't have been the guy.
But like you said, Pops, is you take the money.
Of course you take the
money. You take the money.
Everybody takes the money.
You know, even when I tell you, like, you know, sponsors that I wouldn't take, and you're like, no, you take the money.
Does Judge want to redo his contract 1 year?
Why?
Because look at the money they threw at Soto.
Yeah, but you know what? I think at the same time, it's... Okay, Judge is what, early 30s now?
I'd say about 32.
32?
31, 32, yeah. He's in his prime right now.
Judge doesn't strike me as the kind of guy to, like, you know...
Me either.
He bet on himself.
And he won.
And he won. Yeah. And I think, like, right there, like, he's happy with that. Yeah. Like, I don't see Judge as the kind of guy that's going to try to cripple the Yankees monetarily.
Like Jeter. You know, Jeter wasn't greedy.
No.
I mean,
exactly.
Judge is making $40 million. Not bad. He's guy's set for life. But now when you see what these other guys are getting, well, next year Vladimir Guerrero is asking between $500 and $700 million.
Yeah, but then again, like when you start looking at, like, I picture Judge, and I like to think of, like, Judge, and I hope that Aaron Judge is like a Josh Allen, how Josh Allen handled his deal.
Player.
Like, listen, I'm not trying to... I think he is too. If he does do something with his contract, you know fans are going to look at him a little differently.
And
especially if he doesn't perform or gets hurt and he's out for a season.
I don't think it's in his 9-year contract to reconstruct his deal.
I don't. And again, I don't see him being that kind of guy.
Well, look at Derek Cole. I didn't know that he had an opt-out after this year, right? He gets an opt-out. They give him $700 million. I didn't know that. I don't think Judge has that. And guess what? He gets Tommy John. He's done for 18 months. So, you know, you got to watch when you sign pitchers that are a certain age because something's going to happen. Yeah,
but you know, when we originally got Garrett Cole's been with the Yankees for how many seasons?
I got to say close to 5.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, there's a lot more, you know...
He's 34 now, I think. So
yeah, no. So 29 is... let me tell you something. 29 is different from 34. Yeah. You know that.
I know, but when you sign a guy like a pitcher for a lot more years than that, something's going to happen.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, we really used Garrett Cole just like you know, we did with CeCe. We really kept him out there, and, you know, as long as we could.
Yeah, no, it's going to bite them in the ass.
Hollywood saying Carlos Rodon will start Thursday against the Brewers.
Okay.
Hollywood, thank you for that.
Scary.
I appreciate that, brother.
I don't know with him, you know. To me, I thought they gave him way too many years and way too much money. You know, when he's on, and he really hasn't been great for the Yankees, let's face it. This guy
you don't have a lot of choices right now.
This guy should be an 18 to 20 game winner the way he was pitching for the White Sox.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like, again, like even when you had like, you know, I'm going to go back a little blast from the past. Mike Messina.
Yeah.
Didn't get his 20-game win until it was the last season he was with the Yankees, and that's when he retired.
Yeah.
Like getting the 20-game wins, you know, we're looking at like baseball, and you got to remember something too with all these rule changes and the pitch clock and everything like that. Not every pitcher can adapt to it that quickly.
Did I tell you
or even adapt to it at all?
Did I tell you the new rule in spring training? What they did? When an umpire calls a strike or a ball, They can challenge it.
About fucking time.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do it in the major leagues when it starts.
But they're doing it in spring, so they're testing it, though.
Yeah,
At least they're testing it.
Yeah. And 95% of the time, the umpire was correct.
Yeah, it's spring training.
When they showed a box, where it was off, where he called it a ball, yeah.
Yeah, because all of a sudden...
Now, problem is...
Hold on. All of a sudden, now, they really have to pay attention because now that they could be challenged and this shit could be under review.
If it's going to be done in the majors. I know I saw it done in the minors. I don't know if that's going to happen in the majors. Does anybody know?
Hold on a second. We got Can Man coming in here, redeeming a little stretch. You know what? This is a good time for that. Can Man, how you doing, brother?
Who the hell's Can Man?
Pops, Can Man he's the Can Man. He's in chat right now. He's one of our followers.
Oh.
Do you want me to give you, his social security number?
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Can. No, I'm only kidding. Can.
No, Can Man's good people.
Yeah, all right.
All right? Just say hi.
Hey, hi.
So every time we do this, I'm like, it's Pops.
Hi, I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, okay. We got Grim in the chat saying, hey, I'm here, but I can't be too interactive because I'm working on the last of my Silent Hill 2 remake trophies. Yo, Reaper, don't fear the Reaper. Let's go, bro. Yo, understandably so, man. Good luck. Good luck with that shit, bro. Good luck. It's good to see you, Grim. See, Cam-Man, my back hurts, so I had to stretch, so you do too. No, Cam-Man, I'm right there with you, bro. Like, man, before we started the stream, I got the ice pack, man. I tucked that into my pants on my hip, between my hip and my lower back. Well, kind of both hips. The right one more so than the left. But yeah, this getting older shit kind of sucks. You know, I remember Papa K always joking around about because when he retired and everything, he was like, this is supposed to be the golden years, because everything fucking hurts all the time. I'm like, shit. And now I'm back. Since I've been back about a year and a half in warehouse work, I'm like, God, everything hurts all the time. I'm sore every day, and ice packs and a leave. And not even the brand name. I get the fucking Great Value shit. I ain't made of money. I got the heating pad on. Oh, we sound like a bunch of old guys. Dude. Dude. You're right. We do. But hey, you know what though? At the same time, what's wrong with that? Right? We're getting older. Hollywood, little posture check. The sniper posture check. I mean, hell, man. I worked in a warehouse for 6 years and I lost a ton of weight. But I walked like I got hit by a truck. I like my office life better. Yeah, dude. I'm sitting there at this point now. And the physicality of warehouse work, it's just
too much.
I'm beginning to wonder how much longer I can keep this up.
I don't know.
I'm going to be 38 this year.
Oh my God, you poor old bastard.
Yeah. Well, when you consider the amount of work I'm doing with
that was only my fourth year.
Yeah, but you also had state of the line equipment.
Not then, but better what you got.
Even then, better than what I got now.
Yeah, well, we had crappy equipment in the beginning, and then they finally realized it.
Which again, not trying to shit on my job. We're starting to get orders out to get new equipment, so I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that gives me a little bit more longevity when it comes to this this physical labor.
Yep.
But yo, K-Man, it's great to see you, brother. Hope you're doing great. Hope the family's doing well. Let's see, K-Man saying, once the hours got to 4:30 a.m. start to 3 p.m., I was all set there and ready to move on. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. So, yeah, you were dealing with shift bids, too. I don't miss those days. Like when I came into this position I am now, they said 8 a.m. to 4:30 Monday through Friday. They won't force overtime, and I was like, wait, you're telling me I'm gonna get to work Monday through Friday for the first time in my life, and not have to work weekends?
Yeah.
You got to remember something, Pops. Mm-hmm. This is the first job I've had since I've started working.
Yeah.
At, what was it, like 16, 17? Mm-hmm. This is the first time in my life that I've actually had a Monday through Friday.
It's rare.
8 a.m. to 4:30.
Yeah, no, it's rare in these days because everybody wants to work on the weekends. And for straight time, which is bullshit.
It is bullshit, man.
At least years ago, if I had to work Saturday, Sunday, it was time and a half or double time.
Yeah.
Not straight time. So.
I mean, if they offered a Saturday, it would be time and a half. But it's like, currently in the physical state I am now. Yeah. By the time I get to Friday, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
You're looking to do 40, not 48 or 50. Yeah, I was used to it. I got used to it. I had no choice. I was averaging 62 hours a week.
I remember when I first started, I was averaging 58 to 60.
Yeah.
And I was 19 years old.
Different story.
The body heals a little differently at 37, 38.
Yeah, you got more juice. No, I know.
A little bit more gas in the tank. A lot more gas in the tank. Now I'm sitting there. Papa K's laughing at me because as we were setting up the show tonight, I'm sitting there stuffing an ice pack into my pants. And he's cracking up over here. It's like, are you laughing because you remember those days?
Well, later on, when I had that sciatic problem, yeah. Oof. There were times I couldn't even sit on that high low.
Oh, man.
I was in such pain. The supervisor came over to me and goes, look, just go do something else. I was in such pain.
Yeah. They definitely had, and I remember being back at the old place, like, having supervisors that actually looked out for you and tried to take care of you.
Yeah, no, we had some good ones.
That's a rare breed as well, right there. You don't see too many of them.
I got to be honest, I had some good supervisors.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, later on, they was crap, but
I got lucky. I got lucky through the years I was there.
We had some good people.
They looked out for me.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, things went the way they went, and now we're here where we are.
It got worse,
But anyways, we got Cam Man saying, "I'm good, man. I hope you and the family are good." Doing good. We're doing good, Cam Man.
4:30, he said.
No, he said back, when it went from a 4:30 a.m. start to a 3 p.m. start.
11 hours.
That's when that's a huge swing. Yeah. I think the biggest swing I had to do was an 8-hour swing between shifts. Because at that time, I think they moved me from 12 in the afternoon, and then they're like, yep, you're going to be 8 o'clock at night now.
Yeah. And I was like, the same to me. They changed my shift so many times. When the Thai God came out, it was 5 o'clock.
Hold on a second. We got Impeccable over here saying, hey there, Impeccable! What's happening? How you doing? How you and Warlock? How's everything going? How's the little one? It's great to see you. Impeccable Redeem and Hydrate. I got you right here. That's some good Colorado hydration right there.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go! Hollywood saying I'm getting ready to do my trivia question. Yo, you get it set up, Hollywood. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get the trivia going towards the end of the show, brother. But you know what? Why not? Better to get it done now, so this way we got it set up and prepared.
What about mine? I'll just talk it.
Well, yeah, because you told me 2 minutes before we went live, and I couldn't set it up the way that I normally set it up.
Okay.
So just gotta keep that in mind the next time you got one.
Okay.
Like, hey.
I forgot.
At least give me like
such good music. I forgot.
Okay, that's a fair point. Impeccable saying, I'm good. How are you? Warlock is great. Legend is crawling now. Holy shit.
Time flies.
Wow. Now we're hanging in there, Impeccable. Like, I'm don't mind. I'm that old man now. Like, I fucked my back and my hip up. So, if you see me get up and limp over to the bathroom, just
Don't worry, I'm in pain every day.
yeah. What?
Yeah, really. When I walk my dog, after the second walk, my back is hurt.
It's because you walk like 4 miles a day.
No, I cut it down right now.
What, the 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice cut down.
Yeah, it's going to be probably even less as I get older, but I got to walk my baby Mindy.
Nah, I understand. Happy to hear that, Impeccable. Also, I have a joke for you based on your shirt.
What's the joke?
It's based off my shirt.
Zombies hate fast food?
It's a zombie going after, a jogger, like a sprinter. I'm ready for it, Impeccable.
Let's go.
You know what? While you're putting that in the chat, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Hollywood, you got to do us a favor. You got to beat the Canadians tonight, and I'm hoping the Rangers beat the Kings. I actually get a chance to watch it because it's so late. I don't know how long, but after doing the show, I'll probably be pooped. But let's see what happens. The Islanders, the Rangers, the Devils. There's a possibility all three are going to make the playoffs. As long as the Rangers make it, I got something to watch. Unfortunately, even if they don't make it, I will still watch, the other teams. I'm a hockey nut. It's one of my favorite sports. I love football, obviously. Baseball is kind of like forever, but hockey's fast. Always on the move, Football's great, too. It can be boring sometimes, but most of the time it's exciting. But baseball, well, I can't even watch a 9-inning game anymore. Especially if my team's losing. And he'll tell you, Wiz, that I'm that type of fan that if we're down 5-0 in the third, I turn the game off. I don't have any patience. See what happens.
We'll see what. You gotta give me a little space. You gotta, I'm a little beat up. What the hell happened to your pants?
What happened? Oh, I don't know. I kneeled.
Are you doing yard work already?
No. I was taking the dog out. She took a poop and I kneeled.
You kneeled in the poop?
No, I kneeled in the grass.
Oh.
And with all this rain we've had.
Everything's
still like mush. Ugh. When the grass is still got 1.5 inches of water on it, it's a lot of rain.
Oh my God, yeah. We still got puddles over by the job.
And you know what's going to happen now when the weather, really starts to get, that grass is going to grow like crazy. The trees are not yet starting to bud here in New York, but it'll be soon.
We'll be getting there. One of my favorite trees over there, very bright, vibrant pink. And it all turns to green.
We're already going into April, right? Tuesday will be April 1st, April Fool's Day. When we do our show.
Well, now I'm going to have to think of an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
Let's see. Impeccable coming in with what do vegan zombies like to eat?
Vegan? That means they don't eat meat. Right?
Yeah. What do vegan zombies like to eat? Chat, you guys got any ideas?
Got me.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. What do vegan... I mean, regular zombies like to eat brains. Typically. Unless we're talking about Resident Evil zombies, they just want to eat you in general.
Anyway, cannibals.
Well, they're zombies.
Yeah, well, there are no such thing.
I don't know. They're Monday morning, I kind of feel like a fucking zombie.
No, zombies. Zombies do not exist. That's a, fantasy and fallacy, with these games. There are no such thing. You're dead. You're dead.
Okay, that's still, it's just,
Nobody's going around walking around. That's only in fantasy world.
Always great having these conversations, Pops.
I just killed the whole zombie world.
You just take the fun out of fiction.
I watched a show called Castle, and in one episode there was zombies, right? And she's telling him there's no such thing, and he's believing it, And it turned out, they were all like made up, dressed like zombies.
I imagine you were probably the kid when you were young that you were the first one to tell other believers that Santa Claus wasn't real.
On the contrary.
I don't know.
No.
Do you walk around now going, Santa's fake?
No, never. My favorite movie is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
I know. Well, he's not real, right?
No, I know, but it's still fun.
So zombies are fun.
Yeah, but that's all bullshit.
And so is Santa Claus.
Not really. Kids believe in it. Kids don't believe in zombies.
Yeah, the ones that are afraid of monsters.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him with that one.
Defenseless.
Let's see, we got Mismo in chat saying hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
What's up, Mismo? Hope everyone's doing great. We're hanging in there. How you guys doing? How's everything going?
Excuse me.
You see Impeccable saying, what? Spoiler alert much, Mr. Whiskers. Oh, about Santa Claus? Listen. I'm normally wrong about 90% of the things I say, so he might be real.
Who?
Santa Claus.
Hey, watch Miracle on 34th Street.
There you go.
But again, that was a fictional show.
Do you believe the Black Cat at Twitch? No. You believe Superman over here?
No.
No?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because there are no Superman.
You're Superman.
Yeah.
And you never tell a lie.
Yeah. Oh, don't. Let's not go there. God will punish me one day for the lies I've made in my life.
Let's see Impeccable saying, I believed in Santa until right meow. Thanks to you. What about, okay, wait. What's the answer to this joke, Impeccable? We got, Mismo says, wouldn't they still eat vegetables? You're on the right track, Mismo. Okay.
Yeah. Well, obviously a vegan.
Oh, my God.
What?
Impeccable put it in chat.
Uh-huh.
She said, grains.
Not brains.
Yeah. Instead of brains. That's a very clever joke. What makes it even funnier is your reaction, Pops. He just...
Grains. Horses eat grain.
Yeah, and so do vegan zombies, Pops. You learned something tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna...
I'm going to have to close my doors real tight tonight, and windows shut. Hopefully no such freaking zombie comes through.
Oh, my God. We got Misma. Excuse me.
Who created this shit about zombies?
I don't know.
You know the first movie was in 1968?
Hold on. Mismo says, Blue is late tonight, so I'm holding down the Blue Fort until he gets home from work. Mismo, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I'm going to need a rather serious favor from you.
Go ahead.
As soon as Blue walks through the door, can you tell him Wiz said, a whole new world?
The hell's that?
Just like that. Just like that. Blue will get it when he gets home.
Really? Sounds like something out of Lion King.
No, that's Aladdin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know my Disney movies anymore.
Let's see. Impeccable saying, I like the little subtle nod of approval from Papa.
Don't take it too serious.
Oh, my go! Let's go. Impeccable saying, I've got one more from my work list of jokes. This, if you'd like to hear it, of course, Impeccable. Let's go. Let's see, Mismo saying, I knew you were going to sing, and I will do it. But Mismo, approach it like this. As soon as he walks through the door, right, just be like, listen, Mr. Whiskers is very serious.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like, you gotta play it off. So every time I do that, and then Blue gets annoyed because I get that song stuck in his head for 3 days.
Oh.
So now...
You're going to do it again?
Well, no, now Mismo's going to do it.
Oh, you're going to blame it on her?
No. I'm already setting up the, But, like, he'll expect it from me. He's not going to expect it coming from her. And we're setting up a little dialogue here, like, just set up, like, listen, this
He's
is...
He's going to know that you conned her into it.
This is... Oh, of course he's going to know at the end. Then he's going to have that song stuck in his head for 3 days, and that makes me laugh a little inside.
Laughs at his own jokes. Awkward.
Sometimes I just think funny things.
Oh, my God. I thought the other day Arthur was on, but it was the remake, which I didn't like.
I'm the remake.
Nobody was better than... what was his name?
Peter Sellers.
No, Arthur.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore. Nobody was better than him. He was unbelievably good. Had a great cast, though, between him and Sir John Gielgud.
And Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli, oh my God, they were phenomenal.
Let's see, Mismo saying, yes, exactly, Pops. Thank you, Pops. Trying to save me from Wiz's sense of humor.
Yeah, she has none.
I'm a funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
I make people laugh all the time.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I used to be the same way.
Yeah.
They used to tell me you could do stand-up. I said, no, I like making people laugh in front of me.
Oh, I've never heard that.
That I know.
Normally I've heard, like, are you insane?
Yeah.
Well, the jury is still out on that one.
There.
The jury's still out on that one. They haven't come to a final verdict yet. Let's see, Mismo saying, but seriously, Wiz, I will do it. Just for you.
Oh, my God.
Let's go. Just to get him, like...
Oh, that's right. Is that our time difference, right? It's only like 6 o'clock there.
Kind of paint it out like, crazy situation in New York right now. And, Wiz was talking about this on the SportsCast, and he just wanted to say, and then that's when you break into it. A whole new world where we will sing some songs.
Oh, I want to talk to you, change the subject a little bit. Yankees, new prospect, what I saw yesterday. Oof. I was telling you on the phone yesterday.
Yeah.
You said don't say nothing.
Yeah, and I know I had to hang up on you because normally you just start going into it.
Look at this guy. I think he's a little young. That's the problem. 6'7", left-handed. Hit a bomb against the Met pitchers the other night. Everybody thought it was going to be like a fly ball, or just like left center. He's like one of their number one prospects. The only problem is, I think, maybe I'm wrong if anybody else knows, I think he's only 19. This guy.
Okay.
This guy could hit. He's not as broad, like 275, 280, like Judges, but he's the same height. Yeah, but he's lanky, like all solid.
No, see, I don't compare. Like, I wouldn't use those all lanky and all solid. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's a conundrum.
Judge weighs like 275. They said at 6'7".
Okay.
This guy looks like he's maybe 250.
Yeah, I don't know if that's lanky.
But super powerful. What a swing. Oh, imagine this guy in right field in Yankee Stadium.
Like, I think one of his legs probably weighs more than me.
The problem is, this
maybe
guy,
not.
If I got his age right,
gained a little weight.
They're going to bring him up. By the time he comes up, Judge will be like 35. And he'll be like 22.
And then we got our next guy.
Yeah.
What position does he play?
Don't know. Didn't hear it. I just saw his...
Shit!
He was at bat.
See, Impeccable saying, your tea kettle laugh makes my tea kettle laugh go off. Much to Warlock's amusement when he witnesses it. Let's go. I love it. I love it. We love spreading laughter and joy here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was the whole concept. Pops, did you know when I first got into like streaming, my whole idea is I want to create a place where people can come to and hang out and laugh and shoot the shit and forget about their day.
That's the best.
So impeccable, just hearing that.
That's the best medicine of all time. That's how you become famous and popular.
Well, you know, you did what you set out to do.
Yeah.
Let's
forget
fucking
about the
go!
day you had a bad day. Let's laugh.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's tell some bad jokes. You know.
Whoa! You didn't like the grains joke? Don't listen to him, Beckable. That shit was hilarious. Tell him that to Jay Swift as soon as I get her on the phone. Let's see. Mizmo saying Pops is totally being Switzerland right now. I don't think I've heard this laugh you're speaking of. Can you do it spontaneously? I am not funny like Wiz and definitely can't laugh like him.
What's about Switzerland? What does that mean?
I don't know. That was directed at you. I'm not in that one. You know, maybe,
Cold as ice.
willing to sacrifice your love. He's just jealous he didn't think of it first. That's right, Impeccable. You're just jealous that you didn't think
I am not jealous.
Okay.
I'm
You
not
tell
jealous.
a joke.
I can't think of anything offhand.
Not funny. That was a bad joke.
I don't tell jokes anymore. It's just me.
I remember you had... I know this is not a joke, but I remember growing up, you had a bumper sticker that said, if assholes could fly, this would be an airport, and you wanted to stick it on the wall at your place of employment at that time, and they would not let you do it.
No. But it would be fitting.
That's funny. That's a joke right there.
But I didn't make it up. Somebody else did.
Still, it's still funny.
Yeah.
Becca was saying, I've got another one that I just know will impress Pops.
All right. I'm listening.
Let's go. What do you mean you're listening?
Well,
Because I'm reading it, you're listening to me.
Yeah, one of those.
You know, I have it over there now. You can read it, too.
Yes, I'm too bored to walk over there.
You ain't gonna walk. The chair's got wheels.
I know, but I don't have my glasses.
They're right behind you.
You're gonna force me to put them on, aren't you?
No!
Let's see if I can see better with this. Not bad.
Can you read it?
Yeah. Where is it?
No, it hasn't been there yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hold on. There it is at the bottom. Impeccable says...
Go ahead. Okay, why did the can crusher want to quit his job?
Is it because he got canned?
Why did the can crusher want to quit his job? Got me. I'm not good at figuring out puns or jokes.
Neither am I.
Why can't... Got me.
It was soda pressing.
Oh.
I like that one. I like that one.
That's not bad. That's better than the first one.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It was soda pressing.
I don't think you'll make it a stand-up, but
No, that is one that'll definitely make Jay Swift laugh.
You think?
Oh yeah, she likes those like those like kind of like.
She never laughs at anything I say.
It's because you're not funny.
I guess not.
It's because you said you haven't told a joke in years.
I'm not working anymore. Remember when we used to work with Tommy and Charlie? Jokes every day.
That's right. That's right. So Papa K, I know where Papa K is going. Papa K does more crowd work. He needs a crowd around and to build off of it.
I'm alone most of the time. I'm not around people. The only time I'm around people when I walk the dog or with you.
Yeah, well, you're around people now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I can't think of shit just like that.
Nah, no, it's all good, Pops.
No, those days are over.
It's over.
I miss Charlie. I hope he's still alive.
Well, you know, you have a phone.
Yeah, I know, but he never answers.
So that's the joke right there. Just keep leaving obnoxious messages.
No.
That's what I would do. I'd be like,
Well, Dan told me a little while back that he was pretty sick, so.
oh no.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. He's younger than me by like 2 years. He was a funny guy, though. That guy made me laugh every day.
Oh, he cracked me up.
Oh, my God.
He once came up to me and he goes, you know, Wiz, I'm so broke
Can't pay attention.
that I can't pay attention.
And that's an old one.
And me being like, you know, like I said, I was like 19. I was just like, do you need some money? I could give you like $20. No.
Charlie.
It was wow. Took me a second.
Unbelievable. So, it's break time?
Yeah, you can go on break. We're an hour and 15 in.
Oh, really? That far in?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, ever since I quit smoking, like,
No.
I'm good.
I'll
hang out. Go ahead. You can go on break.
I know. When I'm ready, I'll go.
That's fine too.
Yep.
That's fine too. I know, because it used to be the routine. It's like, you know, go on break, have a cigarette, come back.
Yeah.
How you doing with that? You been good with the smokes?
Very good. Very good.
What's considered very good?
Well, halves. I do halves now.
You do halves now?
Yeah.
How many halves you do a day?
Well, today so far, I did 2 halves.
So one full one.
So far. I don't know.
That's fantastic. What are you talking about?
I gotta quit. Period.
I know, but you're taking the steps right now to get there.
But it's still not the ultimate goal.
Well, it took me a long time to get to this point, and I'll be a year in May.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
But
I gotta
it's not fucking easy.
No, are you kidding? I think it would have been easier when I was still working, where you couldn't smoke in the building. I was only on break.
Nah, because the stress of that place made you want to have one.
I know, but you couldn't get out off the floor. You know, when you're home alone, you know, at night, and you're watching a movie or some shit, you know, I'm bored. Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah, no, it's true.
Let's catch up with chat real quick. Excuse me. Mismo saying that was a bit better than the first one.
Yes.
That was a good one. I like that one, Impeccable. I gotta have to remember that. Let's see. Impeccable says, one of my coworkers retired last December and left me this long list of jokes, and now I send one each morning to the team. I like that. That's fantastic. Mismo saying, I have a football question for you guys. Let's go.
All right.
Impeccable saying, you quit? Yeah, Impeccable. I have not had a cigarette since
Good for you.
May 4th. Thank you. See, my dad used to smoke. He quit before I was born. The smoking habit turned into a sunflower seed eating habit. Eventually, that stopped too. It is an oral fixation.
I know. Well, I used to eat the sunflower seeds at work, and the guy said, "Stop spitting those damn things on my high low." Me and Vic.
I mean, it took a little while and it took a little help. Now, I'm not sponsored by this particular brand right here. But for anybody that's watching in chat or lurking or watches this as a VOD later on, if it's something that you're considering trying to do, quit smoking cigarettes, these have definitely helped me. I get these pouches.
They're all over the place, huh?
Yeah, I get the lowest dosage too,
Yeah,
and it doesn't fuck with me too badly. It doesn't fuck with me at all. I actually love these things.
Yeah.
And what's cool about them is the contents are nicotine, salt, and just like food grade stuff.
Yeah.
And I noticed since I've been using these, it definitely combats the urge.
Okay.
So.
What's the football?
Let's see. Mismo says, I get notifications from the NFL app. Well, hold on a second. Before I read that, well, again, big congratulations to your pops, Impeccable. for just completely cutting the habit out and then getting away from the sunflower seeds, because sunflower seeds are like really high in sodium too.
You can get plain though.
You can get plain, but nobody
yeah.
wants to eat plain.
If you don't want salt, you eat plain.
Nah, you get the fucking salt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mismo saying, I get notifications from NFL app about all the trades and possible trades. Do you guys have any opinions of any of the trades going on? Anything look good or questionable for any of the teams you've read or heard about? So
I haven't heard much. That's the problem. Because now it's baseball time. They don't talk too much about football.
Yeah, and just like from what from what I've gathered so far, I mean, like the Giants getting Jameis Winston, I feel like it's a plus. It is a plus because I was afraid that Aaron Rodgers was gonna like make his way over to the Giants and just fuck up another season for us.
No, you don't need him.
No, you don't. It's over. It's I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers. I highly doubt that he tunes into anything like this. But at the same time, like, dude, you did nothing for the Jets. Why the hell, as a Giants fan, would I be excited if you came to the Giants?
No.
See, Mismo saying, great news, Pops, about the less smoking. Great job. Let's go, Pops.
Yeah, I see it. I'm watching.
All right, don't worry. I'll read them out loud as you read them to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, who? How's it going?
Patriots signing Stephon Diggs.
Who are you? No. Good to see you, who? I hope you're having a fantastic week. How's everything going, man? It's been a while.
3-year deal, $69 million. That might help him.
What are you talking about?
The bottom. Stephon Diggs signed with the Patriots.
Oh, I see that now. $69 million?
Yeah, well, he's going to get it.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Yeah. He's trying. Well, you never know. He might do something.
Yeah, I think the Patriots love that kind of shit.
Well, the Patriots want to be back on top again. You know, they've been shit for, 3-4 years now? At least?
Yeah. Oh, well, first, do you know about smut? Wait, what? Where are we going with this, Impeccable? I smoke. Wild Man! What's up, Wild Man? Hey, straight stuck in it. I had 2 dark chocolate raslins. Wild Man, what's up, brother? I smoke whatever doesn't bite me back. What's happening, brother? It's good to see you. See, it looks like a nice deal, but is still a good player. Mismo, there's a reason that Stephon Diggs is no longer on the Buffalo Bills, who is a team that can get you in deep into the playoffs.
Yep.
He's a problem. He's a problem in the locker room. And that's why I was kind of making a joke a little bit there. Like, no wonder why the Patriots signed him.
Well, you never know. You never know. Sometimes they go on a different team, and all of a sudden, he wises up. He got a little older.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, well, they hope so.
But again, I think there are 2 kinds of players out there, right? There are the kind of players that you have with, I'll use using the most recent example, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That he was given a nice contract.
Yep.
He can live off of that. He's good with that. He's happy with that. He's not trying to take anything more, and he's still humble. And then you got other players that is just like, I want more! Yeah. More! And why ain't my guy getting the ball more? No. What is this? And where is this? It's your fault.
95% of the time it's about the money.
Yeah. And then when you get on the field, and then they don't perform after they got that contract, and now it's somebody else's fault that they're not getting the ball more. It's not like, oh, well, you fucking dropped that pass.
You signed maybe the wrong player. But, like I said, I think Robert Kraft is tired of seeing his team in the basement. After 20 years of success.
He's
going to start signing players. They're losing every year. They're going to start building. Eventually, they'll get a good quarterback.
But you see, at this point now, Stephon Diggs has moved from the Bills to, what was it?
Houston.
Houston. Mm-hmm. And now, from there, now he's on New England.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of these players now that, like, hey, get him away.
He's still dangerous, though.
I'm not saying he's not dangerous, but again, it's a problem. And you know.
Well, some teams are willing to take a chance.
Some owners are willing to take a chance.
Yes. They've been losers now, at least for 4 years? So, they want to get back on top. Because they're tired of seeing Buffalo win every year.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me catch up here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's typically used to refer to a book with sexual material. Yes. Warlock reads stuff on his ESPN app all the time, which is sporting material. So I called it his sput. I'm sure Warlock loves that. Oh my God. Who's making some bacon?
I haven't had bacon in a while.
Oh man. You know what I haven't? Who? You just reminded me of. I've been craving a BLT. I haven't had one in so long. And when you got that itch for something, I think I'm gonna have to get one of those soon or make one of those soon.
I think I'm gonna make my own. I have the bacon. I have to get the lettuce and tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
little mayo on there.
Oh, I got mayo. Plenty of mayo.
Well, I like to use Chipotle ranch. You don't like spicy though, so you wouldn't like that.
No.
But you can still use a regular ranch on it too.
No. Anything about that last question about football?
Nah.
No.
I'm trying. I'm keeping up just as much as you. You took your glasses off.
No, I still haven't seen it.
Let's see here. Let's see. Wow, man. I'm currently at work. I've been making hash browns. I don't know why I almost said trash browns. I think I got to get new glasses. I love hash browns. Hash browns, bacon, and cheese mixed in with a sunny side egg with cinnamon toast with jalapeno ketchup.
Figured eggs are $7 for 12.
Whew.
They still haven't gone down, even in Walmart.
See, and Bentley says, I like the one quarterback that played for the Broncos a few years ago that was from Seattle. Oh, wait. You talking about Russell Wilson? You guys got Bo Nix now. That's the answer to your problems.
Oh, without a doubt. He showed something last year, but is he ready yet? No, Pops, I'm sending you another one. I don't follow or know the players like you and Wiz. So
that's from Mizmo?
Yeah.
See that. Don't be afraid to speak up. Let's see. Warlock thinks it's hilarious. Let's go. Eric saying we can shit on Diggs twice a year now. Oh, shit, that's right, Eric. Because that's in the division.
Oh, yeah. He's back in the AFL East.
You're 100%. Holy, dude. That's so true. What day will you be paying for the Gengar? Be next week, either Friday or Saturday, bro.
What's a Gengar?
It's the controller holder that he showed earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, just gotta let me know how much. Let me know how much it is. We could either talk about that in the DMs or something like that. It's up to you, brother. But yeah, I am definitely interested, dude. Definitely interested. And in basketball, I still haven't gotten the calendars yet. I think it's a little late in the year. I do apologize for that. The funds were a little tight.
I know this one, and
calendars are still available.
We're signing Russell Wilson for 1 year.
Wait, hold on a second. What?
Mesmo. So,
do you know this one and definitely think this guy is not worth whatever the Giants are paying? QB Russell Wilson signing with Giants on a 1 year, $10.5 million deal?
This must have just happened.
Nah, that's got to be fake news.
Was it just signed Jameson Winston, right?
Yeah, why would they sign 2 quarterbacks? Especially unless what you said, Russell Wilson will be a backup. They get Cam Ward for like what you were talking about earlier in the show.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. Why would you want to get this guy and you just sign another guy?
They're just pissed. If that's real, then the Giants are just pissing away money.
Yeah, no.
And Mismo's saying these are all on the official NFL site. Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe it just happened.
Ben was saying, order them. I have the physical calendars. I have had them since November, December. You still want a calendar, Pops?
Why not?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I have the doggy one, but,
I still.
you got nothing.
Yeah, no, that section's looking bare.
Why don't you order one for yourself?
I plan on it. I'm going to get this controller holder. I'd like to get a calendar. But, listen, I don't know about you guys. I ain't making $10.5 million a year like Russell Wilson supposedly is making right now.
Well, I gotta watch that tonight.
I try to prioritize things, and I put my, my needs, and then I have my wants, and then like when I have money for my wants,
unless they're using Russell Wilson as a trade.
Then I treat myself,
Damn it! I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I'll be right here.
Oh no! I gotta turn the light on. So it's off.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot what time it was. I forgot to leave one of the lights on out there. Whoopsie! Let's see. I hope that's not true, Mismo. I really hope it's not true. They make Pepperidge Farm cinnamon bread. I just toasted. Oh shit. So that post about Wilson published March 25th, 2025 at 6:52 p.m. That was posted today? No. Please don't. No. What are we doing? What are we doing? No. New York breaking news: Giants have a new quarterback. This is so. Oh, no. 36-year-old will be a new but old quarterback for the Giants. They needed a veteran on their roster, and Wilson. $10.5 million. The Giants continue to hope they can select a quarterback up high in the next month's NFL draft, a rookie to take over whenever he is deemed ready to do so. Giants had their sights on Matt Stafford and then Aaron Rodgers before settling for a number 3 choice. Last week, they signed Jameis Winston to a 2-year deal. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, no. So we signed Jameis Winston for 2 years, and now Russell Wilson for $10.5 million. And they want to get... Like, I get it, the idea of signing one of the two between Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson to pair up and guide Cam Ward. You signed both of them? Oh, God, there's not enough beer in this fucking mini fridge right now to help me. And here I thought I was going to get some sleep tonight. Fuck! This is not good. This is not good. They're just spending money like I am when I'm hungover and I buy a fucking Gatling gun, Nerf gun. Like, I don't need that. I just wanted it at the time. Because I was hungover and I was like, oh. And now I still haven't even opened it. It's just sitting there in the basement. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, shit. Don't answer that question, chat. I already know. No, come on, man. Go, Giants, go. Who are you? Are you messing with me? Or are you actually excited about this? It's just money that can be spent in other ways. Yes, the Giants need a quarterback. But I thought when they got Jameis Winston, it looks like they signed Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but one's going to be trade bait.
And do you think they'll keep Cam Ward?
They're going to use him for trade bait, too.
Yeah, but again, like, why would they?
Either that, or they're going to do what Chicago did. Pittsburgh. They had the number one guy, right, with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And they let Russell Wilson play the rest of the year. Now, Justin Fields signed with the Jets, right?
I think so, yeah.
2 years, yeah. They're making some kind of moves here, believe me. If they get Cam Ward, if they do get him, they're going to use trade bait for some of these players. They're going to keep these guys. Either that or Tommy DeVito's going. And we'll probably get it like a, veal cutlet parmesan for him.
Well, it's a step up from chicken cutlets.
No,
no, I'm
that's
just
what I meant to
kidding.
say. Yeah, they call him chicken
I
cutlet.
know, I still have my fucking...
What are you looking for?
My Tommy Cutlet shirt!
Well, I wouldn't keep that too long.
Are you telling me he's gonna be gone?
Why would they keep 3 quarterbacks?
Fuck! Fuck!
I don't know what's his name's got on his mind, the general manager, but he better do something right for a change because the Giants are just suffering.
This is brutal.
Yeah.
They just spent over $30 million on 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they have Cam Ward, as you said earlier in the show, in the 3rd pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we? I feel like we're overdoing it a bit in the quarterback position.
It's only the beginning. They were up to something.
It's the beginning of the end.
It's up to something. Now he leaves. Does Aaron Rodgers go to Pittsburgh?
Aaron Rodgers went to Pittsburgh to talk with the Steelers.
Well, not if this is official that he's gone. Why not?
Oh, man.
Got me, yeah.
You know what, though? I was fucking with a buddy of mine at work.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Steelers fan.
Mm-hmm.
And when I showed him Aaron Rodgers was going to Pittsburgh, he goes, you know, Wiz, I haven't slept since you showed me that. Because I'm constantly checking my phone to see if that happened.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
But now he's going to look at me and go, oh, well, we got Aaron Rodgers, but you signed not 1, but 2 quarterbacks. You just threw away almost $40 million.
No, they're up to something. They're not going to keep both guys that can be starters.
See Mismo saying, Wiz, I'm sorry to ruin your night. It's all good. Who is saying, I'm just laughing at your misery. Miz will say, hey, Wiz, it could have been Rodgers. Yeah, it could have been like they could have signed a $50 million deal with Rodgers just for nothing. I just don't understand the thought process. Someone's getting fired by the end of next season.
Like I said, we'll see what kind of moves the Giants make here. They're up to something. They're not going to keep all these guys.
So you really believe this is trade?
I think it's definitely trade bait.
I think you're onto something here. Because again, now who would you rather have to, if you kept Cam Ward? Mm-hmm. Right? Let's say, okay, we keep Cam Ward, we get rid of DeVito. Now we have Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson. Who would you rather be in the pocket to teach Cam Ward?
Russell Wilson. He's had more success than the other guy. The guy should have won 2 Super Bowls, but blew it, against the Patriots with that stupid play,
Well, he didn't blow it. The coaches blew it. The coach blew it.
I know, but that idiot Carroll said, yeah, I'd do it again. Really?
Yeah.
He got the number 1 running back right there.
Who averages, I think at that point, he was averaging like 4 or like 5 yards per carry.
They were on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and you don't give it to him 3 times. I know. That was all Pete Carroll right there.
That was the most ridiculous call and probably still hurts him.
No, but he said, I'll do it again. Well, that's ridiculous.
Well, he's now the coach of, he's 74 years old, and he's Raiders, I think. He doesn't look 74, let me tell you. That guy bounces around like he's 50.
Let's see, Mismo saying, unfortunately, I think Pops is right about your guy because nobody wants Wilson.
Sooner or later, they're going to do something. He might wind up with you guys. No, they got Bo Nix.
See, and Beck was saying, what? Aaron Rodgers isn't going to go to the Vikings? They already said no to him.
No, he's done. They're going to go with J.J. McCarthy.
And Beck will say, we aren't going to have a Brett Favre repeat? That's what we all thought in Beckable.
Mm-hmm.
We really, there was the thought process there going,
yeah, go back
wow.
to Minnesota, yeah.
Like, is that going to be Jordan Love's next moves? Like, when he gets towards, the end of his career with the Packers, then he's going to go to the Jets.
He's going to be around for a long while.
Yeah, but so was Aaron Rodgers. And before
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers, so was Brett Favre. They are the only ones that seem to have a fucking quarterback, a way to go about grooming quarterbacks.
You think about the teams that got quarterbacks that are set. Jalen Hurts, Daniels, Allen, Mahomes, Jordan Love, I think right now Trevor Lawrence.
Baker Mayfield.
He's been moved around a lot, but.
Well, what were you saying before?
The guys that have quarterbacks right now that
are set.
Herbert, San Diego, pretty much. I think. Miami is the question mark. You don't know what the hell is it. Tua because it's concussion protocol.
That's going to be a problem for Miami because again, that man can. I think he's already got like 5 or 6 concussions.
Way too many. Yeah.
Like, I can't even believe that, medical staff have been like, stop playing football.
Yeah. Or you're going to get killed.
Like, again, that to me, that's the fucking hypocrisy of the NFL.
Yeah.
Is that you sit there and you talk about player safety, yet a guy like Tua has numerous concussions, and you keep clearing him to go out on the field.
Yeah, well, once they think he's cleared, he will, but... It's like the guy on the New York
That shit
Rangers,
don't heal.
Filipino, right? They got rid of concussion protocol, nonstop. But we'll see.
I don't know. Is it just me, Chad, or you feel like this whole safety protocol shit is hypocrisy?
They should be examined by a doctor, not a doctor on that team.
I agree. There should be multiple opinions, not just one doctor saying, "Wait, how much do I got on this game? No, put him back in."
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying that that's the case. That's a bad joke.
No,
but at the same time, it's like it doesn't make sense.
No, keep putting a guy out there that gets hurt. And this could be like life-threatening down the road. How many guys, died from years ago when they didn't have concussion protocol?
CTE. It was the CTE thing, the research they did there.
Yeah, brain damage, from all the hits. And those guys hit in those days.
Let's see. Mismo saying, I don't think Wilson is a team player. He certainly was not with the team when he was in Denver. Brought his own coaches and didn't work with team coaches until his second or third year here. Zach Wilson from Mismo as well said Zach Wilson signed with Miami last week to back up Tua. I just like.
I don't want him either.
Well, Zach Wilson, I was saying this earlier. Just as my buddy and I at work with my buddy Todd, the Steelers fan.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this for a brief moment. And I brought up Zach Wilson. And again, the Jets threw him to the fucking Wolves. Oh. No grooming. No nothing. A kid that could have had a potential career because, again, just getting thrown to the Wolves.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive for somebody that was not ready for that level of play.
He should never have started. Personally, even if they sat him, I don't think he's the guy anyway. Too short for one.
At this point, it's like, okay, now we're going to teach you the fundamentals of the professional league.
Yeah.
It's like, well...
Too late.
You've already fucked with the, confidence and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me for 1 second. I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. Hey, Google, what's the score of the Knicks game?
Currently, the Knicks are leading the Mavericks 7-5 in the first quarter.
Oh, just started. Okay. I'm still following the Knicks. Without Jalen Brunson, they go nowhere. They got a team that they call them soft. I was telling Woods, like in basketball, you have certain superstars on teams. They're going to be there every year. Football, the same. It's going to be Mahomes all the time. It's going to be Jalen Hurts, probably Josh Allen, Jalen Daniels. You hope one day like Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence, but they're on a crappy team. We'll see.
It's just, it's kind of crazy of like how like that level of excitement I had earlier in the week when I learned that we had Jameis Winston, and then like I was listening to a sports show on YouTube and they were talking about how they wanted Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, this is insane. And they were Giants fans, and they were like, I'd give him $50 million. I was like,
he's never gonna
why?
get $50 million. No way.
But they were talking about how, the Giants have so much space in the cap right now. That's like, just spend the money. But here's the thing: if you're rebuilding a team, put like you said earlier, the offensive line.
Stop. Trying to get old players.
Stop
young.
Right? Like, at least like get an offensive line that can create some kind of a running game.
And pass protection.
Like, what the fuck?
They have so many holes. Give me. What's the name? Dexter Lawrence last year was good rushing the passer. Give me an outside guy like you'll never see again. In what's his name? LT. Give me something even close to that. But I don't think you're going to see that in a long, long time.
See, Mismo saying, I agree, Pops. Yes, to you, Wiz, too. Maybe a group of doctors who change out each time a player needs to be evaluated.
Yeah, not their doctor.
Switched out, only known to them, so they can't be bribed before giving their official call on the player. Bribed or intimidated.
No, bribed.
Or just like,
not good.
No, you know what though, Mismo? I get like there could be a little level of that aspect, but also like. These players on the field, they're contenders. They want to contend. They want to compete. Mm-hmm. And, just because they're competitive and they're tough doesn't mean they're right after a concussion.
No, you're never right.
You're not thinking clearly.
No.
You just want to get back on the field and make those plays and try to get that, raise that trophy.
Look at McCaffrey, right? He was hurt most of the year last year. They put him back in. He got hurt again.
Yeah.
Not concussion.
But
he
still.
had Achilles and knee problems.
Yeah.
And he's a bulldog. This guy will run.
You didn't give him enough time to heal up.
No. They should have sat him the whole year.
And
then
again,
he winds up slipping. Remember that? Against Buffalo, I think. And he was out. Done.
But it's like, whether it's, like, it's definitely like, yeah, I think we're on to something here, chat, is you got to have a separate team of doctors that are sitting there that are actually looking out for the player's best interest.
Neutral. Not a doctor on their team.
Yeah.
Some other specialist. There's hundreds of them probably in the country.
And it's not like these teams can't afford them.
No. And that should be an NFL rule. NFL should initiate that. Not your team doctor's going to do it. Our guy's going to do it.
Yeah.
That we
brought in a specialist that is outside, that doesn't even follow football.
Yeah, that's going to inspect your guy and see if he's definitely, healthy.
That would make the most sense. Mismo saying, I'm with you, Wiz. My little brother was that player when he played football. Like, and you need to protect, right? You need to protect these people. Mm-hmm. They're always going to want to go out and compete.
Of course.
How do you think they made it to this level? Is that competitive nature?
Yeah, it's amazing that they have that in a sport that's really tough. Even with the new rules, these guys hit each other like so hard.
You sit there and fuck.
Yeah. No. When I hear those, when they give the sounds, of the field, which you don't really hear when you're watching a game.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm like, I cringe like, oh. You hear the helmet to helmet, the tackle. God only knows how much their forearms hurt.
I heard. I was listening. I listened to. I think it was a short on YouTube earlier today. It was the Kelsey brothers, Travis and Jason Kelsey, have their own podcast, and this was. I don't remember how old this one was or whether it was recent or not, but Ben Stiller was on there.
Okay.
And he was asking. He's like, what's like the pain level like for you guys? But they talked about it a bit, and they said like when you're on the field, your adrenaline is so high,
you forget about it.
Like you feel it a little bit, but it isn't until later on that these things really start to pile up.
Oh yeah, how sore are these guys after a game?
Yeah, they're taking fucking ice baths.
Without a doubt, yeah.
I thought about doing that with my hip, and I was like, I'm just gonna grab an ice pack.
I heard Walt Frazier, the ex Hall of Famer for the Knicks, say when they played certain teams, he goes, "We won, but we lost. We won the game, but we were so physically hurt by playing against a team that was very physical. These guys are 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna hurt you.
And you put everything out there on the field, on the court, on the ice.
A guy like Will Chamberlain, who's like, I don't know, 280 to 300 pounds, 7'2". When he runs into you, you're gonna know it.
Again, my point being here is that I don't want to hear it from the NFL that these rule changes and things like that are based off of safety for the players in mind. It's fucking bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. Mm-hmm. Look, we got a blue 10.
Yeah, well,
we got a blue 10.
What does that mean?
Nobody knows what's going on in there. And obviously, if a player has a concussion, you want to shield him from all the noise and things like that.
Is that a real doctor in the blue tent? You
don't know who's in there.
No, maybe. No, without a doubt. You don't know.
Fuck, it could be an assistant coach going in there going, follow my fingers.
Don't forget, the NFL, the referees will tell you before another play that this guy looks like he should go into a blue tent. Before his own team. Because, somebody's watching up above. Speaking about up above, really change the subject fast. I'm not an Islander fan, right? Last night, it's 3-3. 9 seconds to go. The Islanders shoot one. Boom! Boom! And the referee goes right away like this. No goal. With 3 seconds or 9 seconds to go. They called goal interference. They got fucking screwed. because I saw the replay.
Oh, it was in?
Oh, the puck was in. But the minute it went in, the goalie, the referee went like this. Then they showed the replay, and one of the Islander guys was in front of the goalie in the blue, and he was hitting him. And they called goalie interference. They disallowed the goal, went to overtime, and Columbus won.
That's the correct call, right?
They didn't think so because it didn't look like it was goalie interference.
But he's in the blue. You're not supposed to be in the blue.
But it didn't look like he affected the play. Because he was in there bouncing again, and then he went out of the thing, and then the puck went in.
Okay, see that? Okay, that's a better description of the play.
But the ref right away, it was right there. He's like from here to the net, right? And he saw that, and he went like this. They reviewed it in Toronto, and Islander fans were freaking screaming, especially today on the radio, that we got screwed. They still got a point.
You think they got screwed, though?
From what I saw, yeah.
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 See,
Both lost, but both got a point. Devils lost 4-3 to Vancouver, who the Islanders are going to face tomorrow. The Rangers win tonight, they go ahead. And if Montreal loses, we go into the 6th spot. Anyway.
Hold on one second. Let's see. Misma saying, had a concussion, went back in the game and telling the coach he was good, but he was not. He had to be brought off the field by another player, his friend, when my brother was not answering with the right answers when his friend was asking him if he was all right. He was talking about something completely unrelated to the game.
That means
and that's Mismo talking about her brother, or your younger brother.
You're hurt.
Like,
they ask you.
You can't listen to the player.
No.
Because the player's always going to tell you.
But if he gives you wrong answers, like she just
said.
Yeah. You know, first thing they ask you, what's your name? Who are you playing against? You know, a stupid question like, who's the president? Right away, you know. And if you can't
what
answer
street do you live on?
Yeah.
What's your phone number?
What's your name?
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah. And, you know, there's silly questions, but if they can't answer
but if you're like, I'm not, okay, I'll give you a quick one. I'll give you a quick one, everybody. Down the road from us is is an area where like you could snowboard, or snow skate. You know, it has hills. So in the wintertime, we'd go over there. And I must have been like maybe 15, 16 at the time, give or take. Mm-hmm. I don't think I was driving yet, so that's why I'm saying like 15. And, we had snow skates. What a snow skate is, it's basically a skateboard. It's bigger. It's got like foam grip on the top. I have one in the shed. I'm not going to go out there and get it right now, but I'll show you guys next time around, right? And they created this big jump at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
And we showed up to the park. And we're like, oh. I remember sitting there going, me and my friends, we were all sitting there going, we want to hit that. And they made it, and it was like, they were doing it with snowboards. And they're like, listen, you guys are not going to get enough speed to even get close to launching off of this thing. And I was like, watch me. And I fucking ran at it. Dropped into the hill. Now, the slope and how the jump was, it was almost like a U. So as soon as I went off it, the board launched into the air, and I am now upside down in midair. Mm-hmm. That was the last thing I remembered. Because I hit the ground. The next thing I remember is I woke up, and my friends are like, yo, can you roll out the way? We want to try.
Nice friends.
But I remember getting up and like, there was a couple that were like, you okay? And I was just sitting there like,
nah, not really. You hit your head?
I landed on the back of my head. I knocked myself out.
No.
And I woke up to this. I was like, what? Like, I think if I remember correctly, I thought I was in my bed when I woke up.
Yeah, so you
and I was like,
you were.
I didn't even know where I was. I thought I was in my room in my bed. And they were like, can you roll out the way? And then, like, some of my friends were like, you all right? Do you know who I am? And, like, I vaguely remembered it. Like, because, even now, trying to, go back to that moment, I do remember being on the side of the road and sitting there staring at him yeah, I know where I am. It took a minute for things to come back. I definitely had a minor concussion.
Sure. You're falling backwards with no leverage, to brace yourself?
Dude, last thing I saw was my feet in the clouds, and then everything went black. And then I woke up, and they were like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy? Can you move out the way so we could try?"
Yeah, man. Nice.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I just set the example that we should not be trying this.
Don't do this.
But I'll be honest with you, even after that, I don't even remember much of that day.
You had issues. Believe me, you had issues.
Still do.
No argument there.
All kidding aside. Yeah, I knocked myself out. That shit was crazy. There's been a couple times I've knocked myself out, and it's kind of scary. But it's also crazy that, again, when you think about, the competitive nature of these players, that they want to keep going back out onto the field.
Of course.
I mean, even, going back to, when Matt Stafford was on the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
He separated his shoulder when they were in the red zone. And I remember this play.
Mm-hmm.
And, when he got blasted. And he was just, and the mic, like you said, the mic'd up, the microphone shit, the noises he were making, the noises he was making was not right. He sounded like a gazelle that was being eaten by a tiger or a lion or something. He was just like,
You let him play?
And he got up and they rushed him off, and he's sitting there. He goes, "It's my shoulder. It's my shoulder." And the game was on the line because this was the scoring drive that was going to win him the game. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, no, don't take me out. I can go back in. I can. He went back in. And it was his throwing arm. Yeah. And he threw and got a touchdown. But it's like that, to what?
Probably should never have gotten back in. They listened to the wrong guy.
Okay, yeah, that's a crazy
highlight. What if you got hit again in the same spot? And
now have no use of your right arm anymore.
Yeah, your shoulder's shot. Now you got surgery and you're out for a year. But like you said, the adrenaline in players, they don't even feel it. They do, but they want to. I'm okay.
Yeah, well, it's
not their choice. It shouldn't be their choice.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
They should be examined by a professional, and they're going to say, "No, you are not ready. You just suffered a major hit."
Mismo, just unrelated to this though, your brother and everything, I'm sure this was years back, but of course we hope that he's okay, he's good to go, or that it didn't, you know what I mean, I mean, thank you for sharing that story with us, but it further proves our point.
Yeah, it didn't affect him the rest of his life, hopefully.
Yeah. It's it's fucked up. And again, you keep hearing about safety. Yeah, we did this. Player safety. Bullshit.
Okay.
So.
All right. How about if I give my trivia question now?
You guys ready for a little trivia? Well, yeah, let's I know we just got a little deep in discussion right there, but I think that's a good time. Let's switch it up, a little trivia.
Let's see if you know the answers. I don't think it's that hard.
What does it pertain to?
Baseball.
Baseball, very good to me.
Okay, ready? Name me at least 5 players who won the World Series with 2 different teams. And give me the teams.
5 players that won the World Series with 2 different teams.
And name the teams.
Hollywood says, "I'm ready." Let's go, Hollywood. You heard that shit? You ready for this? Let's go.
He's going to get some of the answers.
Mismo says he is fine now. Well, I am his sister, so Will he ever really be all right in my eyes?
No. You like that question?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
5 players that won the World Series with 2 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
Name the players and the teams.
Well, you got to name the players and then at least name the teams. If you know the players, you know the teams. I know at least 5, but there's probably more
So there's 5 that you're looking for.
that I know.
So we're trying to answer the ones that you know of.
Yeah, and if they give me another one that they know that I forgot, yeah,
That's extra knowledge right there.
sure.
Let's go. Okay. World Series with 2 different teams.
Did everybody get the question?
Fuck, that's tough.
Came to me while I was laying in bed. I was thinking about baseball. I said, what can I think of a question? And this I thought on my own. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it.
Oh, Hollywood's got a couple.
Go ahead.
Reggie Jackson, A's and Yankees.
Yep.
Corey Seager, Dodgers and Rangers.
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Catfish Hunter, A's and Yankees.
Yep. Those last 2 I didn't even think of. Like I said, there's more than 5. Very good.
Damn, Hollywood.
Reggie and Catfish were easy because they won 3 in a row.
No, we got 5th Gen over here as well saying, hello, gentlemen. What up, 5th Gen? How you doing? It's good to see you over here on Kick My Brother. Let's go. I hope you're having a fantastic week, dude. It's good to see you. How's everything been, man?
You got any answers?
I'm trying to think right now of like players I know that I know have at least been to the World Series on one team, and if they've moved around a little bit.
Well, 2 of them were on 2 different teams that went to the Yankees, and I think a couple more is going to be the same answer. Teams that won with another team and went to the Yankees. That's your hint.
I don't know why I'm thinking David Wells.
No.
Are these all hitters or pitchers?
Anything. Yeah.
Anything.
Anything, yeah. Well, he got 3. I forgot about Catfish Hunter and
Corey Seager.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be somebody on Boston.
Yeah. But not initially. It was on another team first.
Hollywood's going with Steve Carlton, Cardinals and Phillies.
Okay.
Is that one of the ones you're thinking of?
Like I said, I know there's more than 5. So far, he got 1 that I thought of. And that was Reggie.
And there's 4 more that you know of.
That I know of, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be Roger Maris, right?
No. He came from Kansas City. They never won. He won with the Yankees.
See, that's Hollywood. That's what I wanted to say. That's who I was thinking of.
Who?
When I said, like, Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
And Hollywood said, and Babe Ruth, Red Sox and Yankees.
Nope.
It's not Babe Ruth either. Shit.
He didn't win with the Red Sox. He won with the Yankees.
I know he won with the Yankees, but I knew he was on the Red Sox
Before
first,
that.
hence the curse.
Yeah. Yep. All those Yankees know because Garrick, DiMaggio, Mantle, they were on the same team. Yeah, Reggie came from Oakland. They won 3. Then he won 2 with the Yankees.
Are all these players you're thinking of? Can I ask questions?
Oh.
Are the players you're thinking of, are they Yankees?
Yeah, some of them are, yeah, definitely. But came from another team.
Mike Messina.
No, never won. Remember, he left.
A-Rod.
No. He won with the Yankees, but he never won with Seattle or Texas.
Robinson Cano.
Nope.
Hold on a second. Hollywood saying Roger Maris did win with two different teams. He won with the Yankees and Cardinals in 1967.
I didn't know that. I thought he retired already.
All right, I got an answer. It's not one you were thinking of, but I got one now.
Okay, all right. I didn't think about that.
I got one.
I know after 64 they traded him to the Cardinals, but I didn't know he won. Okay.
Let's go, Hollywood. Let's go, bro.
That's another guy, yeah.
Shadow, 5th gen. You got anything? I want to say... trying to think. Gary Sheffield.
No. Not that I know of.
Roger Maris did win with two different teams. He won with the Yankees. Oh, no, I read that already. Sorry.
Yeah, and the Cardinals.
Is he, 5th gen said, I got nothing. Dude, this is a tough question, right, bro?
Yeah, but look at Hollywood. He's got like 4 or 5 guys already that I didn't even think of.
Yeah, no, Papa K right now, everybody, he's thinking of 5 players. We're trying to figure out his 5 players, but this is also like, now we're starting to learn.
3 of them, I'll give you a hint. 3 of them were on another team that went to the Yankees afterwards.
Okay.
One of them is really recent. Not the Yankees, but
really recent.
really recent.
Okay.
Yeah, very recent. I'll say in the last 4 years. That's the other hint.
5th gen, it's good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a fantastic night, dude. I know I said that already, but like I apologize. I'm sure I missed the message for a second, but dude, how's everything going?
I don't know Roger Maris won with the Cardinals. I thought he was gone.
Oh, and also, one thing that we ask is when we do trivia, whether it's Papa K doing trivia or anybody in chat doing trivia, don't look it up. Let's work together on this. Let's try to figure this out together as a community. We can do this. Mm-hmm. We can do this. I mean, we've accomplished some incredible things.
Yep.
Okay. No, he was always with the Yankees.
Who?
No, I'm not going to say it because I know he was always with the Yankees.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of like great players that, could have been on multiple teams.
You got to think of contracts. When they went to free agency, that were on one team, didn't want them because they didn't want to pay him, and went to the next team, and won.
Oh, hold on. We got 5th gen over here saying, I'll make sure to bring some trivia to you, Wiz. Let's fucking go. I love it. I love it. I like your style, 5th gen. And don't forget, video game related, I think I got a really good shot. But like 5th gen, if it's sports related, I got a decent shot. Papa K, I think you got a better shot than I do.
3 of these 4 guys happened in the 90s, late 80s, 90s.
Bernie Williams was always a Yankee, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Hollywood saying Babe Ruth won with Red Sox in 1918 and then with the Yankees.
Didn't know that either. Maybe that was the last time they won before the curse.
Oh, I was thinking Babe Ruth.
You looked that up. Had to. 1918?
That's your Superman right there. He's calling you out, Hollywood.
I don't think he would have known that.
Hollywood says Don Gullett won with the Reds and Yankees.
I know him, the pitcher.
Wait, hold on. Is Papa Hollywood in the room?
I don't remember Don Gullett winning with the Yankees. I remember him with the Reds, yeah.
To be fair,
Mm.
you have 5 players you're already thinking of.
Yeah.
And now you're getting...
A lot more. I didn't know.
You're getting a lot
I
more.
said I know there'd be more.
And Hollywood say no. Papa Hollywood. Okay, so no to Papa Hollywood's not in the room. And no, I did not look it up.
You knew 1918, Babe Ruth. I didn't know that.
We got some sports fanatics out there, Pops. You
all
gotta
right.
give a little bit more credit.
Okay.
All right,
I remember
you don't trust Hollywood?
I remember Don Gullett with Cincinnati.
He didn't answer that, Hollywood.
No, and he came to the Yankees. I don't think he was all that good. I remember him.
It doesn't matter what you think; it's what the stats show.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to double check him?
No.
Yeah. That'd be fucking rude.
Yes. He's a more obvious one, more recent.
More recent. Well, you said 90s.
Definitely 90s and 2000s with two of them.
I can only imagine now because I'm reading Fifth Gen's comments still. He says, "I'll make sure to bring some trivia to you, Wiz."
Yeah.
And I can only imagine Fifth Gen. I can only imagine what you're gonna bring. I feel like, there's certain ways that you can read chat, and I'm reading that as Fifth Gen's gonna fuck with me right now. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming for you."
Yeah, he got another one.
Oh, there we go. Darryl Strawberry, Mets and Yankees.
Yep. Like I said, that was like 30 years ago. That was definitely another one. That was one I
Oh my God, I keep forgetting that we're in 2025 and 1995 is 30 years ago.
Yeah. Darryl was definitely one. Reds and the Yankees. Wow. I didn't know that. I don't think the Yankees were that good when they got him.
Well, let's see. You've been talking about you said some 90s players you were thinking of.
Well, definitely two more than Strawberry.
Well, since like we're kind of getting at an area right now, like, can we get some hints?
All right, one of them was another Met.
See, that's why I went with Robinson Cano, because he was a Yankee. He was great with the Yankees. He won a World Series with the Yankees.
Went to Seattle, then went to the Mets, but
And then went
that
to
was
the
end of
Mets.
the career. The Mets didn't win. This was another Met, as far as I know. And by the way, they were very close, him and Strawberry.
Hold on. Hollywood just said Dwight Gooden, Mets and Yankees.
They were
There
very
it
close.
is.
Yeah. All right, three more that I know.
All right. A few more hints.
Okay,
Initials, years,
one
teams.
was called on the Yankees. He was called the Warrior. That should be a number one hint. Became a Yankee announcer and still is.
Paul O'Neill.
Yep, one with Cincinnati and four with the Yankees.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I got excited. I clapped like that. I realized that was pretty loud. I'm sorry if I blew anybody's eardrums out. But I think at this point, anybody watching these streams knows I'm fucking loud as shit. All right? I do apologize for that hand clap there. I got excited. I got one. I was thinking, too, I was like, fuck. I was trying to think of the 90s Yankees. And I was like, okay. Paul O'Neill was first base?
Outfield, right fielder.
Outfield, right field. Okay, fuck.
Want another hint?
Yeah.
One played for the Marlins and the Red Sox. That's your other hint.
Well, Hollywood's coming in with Keith Hernandez.
No.
Cardinals and Mets.
No, he never won with the Cardinals. He won with the Mets in '86, but he didn't win with the Cardinals.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. If I'm wrong, tell me what year, because they hated him. Whitey Herzog hated Keith Hernandez.
Yes, he did in 1982.
Don't remember them winning.
Hey Google, did Keith Hernandez win a World Series championship with the Cardinals?
On the website hishedbookgroup.com, they say, a batting champion and 5-time All-Star, Hernandez was co-recipient of the 1979 NL MVP award and won 2 World Series titles, one each with the Cardinals and Mets.
Okay.
He earned more Gold Glove awards, 11, than any first baseman in baseball history.
Yeah, that's true. He should be a Hall of Famer, by the way. Very good. I was thinking him, but I forgot that he won with the Cardinals.
And Hollywood, I didn't ask Google that because I didn't believe you, but just so this way Papa K could hear it with his own ears.
Yeah. I remember him being a great player, and I know they traded him because, like I said, Whitey Herzog couldn't stand him. The manager of the Cardinals at the time.
Okay. So then we still have one, two more.
Well, one played with Marlins and the Red Sox, and the most recent.
I know who it is.
Oh.
Ichiro Suzuki.
No. If it is, I don't know about it.
Well, Ichiro played for the Marlins, and he also played for...
He played for Seattle and the Yankees.
Fuck, that's right. He played for the Mariners.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hollywood's got another one.
Go ahead.
Kurt Schilling. Diamondbacks and Red Sox.
Really? Okay. Another guy.
So you got to remember, Pops, like this is a great trivia question.
Yeah.
But like as you already know, there are more than one answer.
I knew that.
And trying to figure out, this is the other obstacle right now, is trying to figure out the ones you're thinking of.
I know.
That's the challenge right there.
Kurt Schilling won with the Diamondbacks, beat the Yankees. 2001.
You said Mariners and then Yankees? No.
No, I didn't say that.
What was your hint to me?
Marlins
and everybody
else.
Red Sox. Marlins and Red Sox.
Atlanta and Dodgers was the other one.
And Hyle put in and the bloody sock in 2004.
I remember that. Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah, me too.
That's when pitchers just didn't sit down. They were like,
Couldn't stand him.
Yeah, because he was fucking...
He hated the Yankees.
Well, no shit. He was on the Red Sox.
Before that, when it was on the what do you call it? Arizona Diamondbacks.
Hollywood's going with Josh Beckett.
Yep.
That's Marlins and Red Sox.
Yep.
All right. So we just need one more.
Yep.
To finish off the ones that you were thinking of.
I said Dodgers and easy. Should be easy. Dodgers and Atlanta.
I mean, I'm actually surprised that I've got any tonight.
I'm surprised at some of the ones that I didn't even think of. That I didn't even know. I forgot Roger Maris won in '67. I thought he was done.
But that's what I love about, like, even the way that you constructed this trivia question.
Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot more. We're talking
I think, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So, 13, 15 people.
Let me finish my thought here.
Yeah.
All right. I think you've been hanging around Broski too much because you interrupt me all the time.
All right.
But Broski, we love you. We love you if you're watching this. But no, I love the way that this trivia question was constructed because it's also like now there's some 411 here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it a great trivia question, but like not we're learning about other players that have also done this, going all the way back to 1918.
And I thought about it. I thought about Ruth. And I thought about Maris. But I knew Maris didn't win with Kansas City. But I forgot that he won with St. Louis. I knew he got traded to them after '64, which was stupid by the Yankees, by the way.
Yeah.
This guy is definitely still playing.
New York makes some dumb decisions when it comes to our teams.
And this guy is definitely a Hall of Famer, but still playing.
He's definitely a Hall of Famer, but he's still playing. You said Dodgers, and what was the other team?
Atlanta. Should be easy for you. I said the Dodgers.
Oh, it's not Mike Trout.
Mm-mm.
Mike Trout's not on the Dodgers.
It's on California. The Angels.
I know. I'm just like, well, you put me out there in L.A. right now, so I'm starting to think of the best players.
Who killed the Yankees this year?
Freeman?
Yeah.
He won 2 World Series on 2 different teams?
Atlanta. Then he got traded.
Oh my God! Fuck!
And then they wouldn't sign him, and he signed with the Dodgers.
Hollywood's got it too. Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Braves and Dodgers.
Yep.
Let's go. You wanna?
Yeah.
Want a brewski? Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great guesses.
2 guys I hated too was Josh Beckett and Kurt Schilling, because and the Yankees tried to get both, and they despised the Yankees. They said we'll never sign with them.
Well, again, like the Yankees had, they a lot of rules when it comes to being a Yankee, a New York Yankee, right? And it's not even just like, not even just the pressure of playing in New York, because, our fan base, I won't speak for everybody, but like, just where we're sitting right now, you and me, can be very...
I just thought of another guy. Johnny Damon. Red Sox, Yankees. 2009.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Was I remember you said the rules about the Yankees. He looked like a damn caveman with the hair. And at that time they wouldn't
He had the beard and everything.
Oh my God, and the hair down her hair. And now the rules have changed. Yankees are allowing facial hair.
To a degree. I heard it's to a degree.
Yeah, it's got to be neat. Even their hair. Could be long, but it's got to be trimmed.
See how I would say, did Papa K like my answers?
Yes. You got more than I thought about. I knew there was more than 5. I was thinking of the 5 that I knew and more recent. I had no idea about Babe Ruth. I forgot about Gullit. Who's the other guy? Oh, Catfish Hunter. They all became free agents when free agency started.
Well, Hollywood, we'll put it out this way right now. Not only did we love the answers, but we're very much anticipating your trivia question now.
Mm-hmm.
We're only gonna have room for 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you recorded it. I'm waiting. We're waiting. We're all waiting, E.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said hockey, right?
He said it was gonna be an NHL one,
Mm-hmm.
which.
Well, I followed hockey since '67, so maybe. Anything before that, I will not know.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah, Hollywood. I always know that you got a bonus one up, but we'll see what the time frame is and how quickly we get the first one.
Okay.
Before we get before we even consider doing a bonus one.
Okay.
But if we don't get to the bonus one, please keep it downloaded, and just keep it up so this way we could use it again. Like we could use it next week,
All right, let's hear it.
So he says he's downloading it now.
Oh, okay.
Then we'll get to try out the new speakers.
All right.
I'm very excited about that.
All right, I'm thrilled.
I know you are.
It's thrilling to meet you, Laurie.
I know you're thrilled. I know you're being funny right now. Don't even listen to that, because he was sitting there going, all right, how much are these speakers? Where do I gotta go? How can I get these?
I gotta chip in for them.
$9?
Okay.
No, fuck that. Don't worry about that.
$9 is $9.
Don't worry about it.
It's close to a 12-pack.
Second, all right, Hollywood, we got it downloading right now.
Hollywood!
Now, what we have to do here, though, this is what I've learned is I have to disable these to make sure that these play. Oh, hold on. Let's get him up here on the screen right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hollywood Eric 86 with his trivia question tonight. And as always, like we always ask and request, that please feel free to participate, ask questions, the whole nine. Just don't Google this shit. Let's have a little fun. Let's get Hollywood up here. I am so happy we got this working again.
Thank you.
How's that? Who's that?
Oh, that is over here. That's Mr. Blue Monkey. Hey, guys. How much is the buy-in with the... Oh, my God. Blue Monkey coming in with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, Blue. How you doing? How's everything going? Holy shit. 39 months in a row. Yeah. Let's go.
And we got your... Well, how would I put it? We got your quarterback that you had, Russell Wilson.
The Hollywood cheers in 5 bits as well. Cheers right back at you, Hollywood. We're trying to get a trivia question going. You over here, cheers in bits. Put the wallet away, man. Take it easy, brother. I said I need to see you more, Papa K. There you go. Right there. All right, ready? Here we go.
Hey, it'll be Pops Wiz SportsCast Day, and happy Tuesday to the chat and everybody else out there. Hope you guys are having a good day today. I know that I am. No, you guys do not deceive you. I am outside. It happened to be a nice day here in Missouri, so I'm outside the underground bodega here. And I thought this would be a better intimate setting, because it's a thing with the chat and Papa K and Wiz, and I thought it'd be a more intimate setting one-on-one, just me and you and the chat and everybody. So I thought this would be a more intimate setting. This could be the location for future trivias if that's okay, but if not, it'd be better. But on to Hollywood Eric 86's video trivia question, hosted by yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, the man behind the blues hat, Hollywood Eric 86, me. And the question is as follows. What NHL player holds the record for the most shorthanded goals in a season? Give you a second to think on that. What player holds the record for the most shorthanded goals in an NHL season? That is my video trivia question. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm gonna get off here now so I can enjoy the rest of the stream. Pops Wiz, what do you think of the goatee and the scruff to go along with my new haircut? Do I still look like the handsome devil, the sniper, and the Joker? Hope you guys love it. Pops Wiz SportsCast every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central here. The best on Kick and Twitch. And I hope that you guys tune in Thursdays for Wiz's streams. He is an amazing gaming streamer. It's a great interaction with the chat back and forth. You'll have a phenomenal, great time there. And it's on every Thursday, 6 Eastern, 5 Central here. Talk to you guys later. I'll see you the rest of the stream. See you later. Bye.
Dude, Hollywood! Let's fucking go.
I'll say Gretzky. If not him, it's going to be, Ovechkin.
You going with Gretzky? Holy shit. Hold on a second. We got Mismo cheers in 100 bits. What is going on? Guys, put the wallets away. Take it easy. Holy shit.
Keep them out.
Mismo, thank you so much for the Weird Blue coming back with another 100 bits. Just got home. What? No way, Pops. 100 bits over here.
What is all this cha-ching?
You guys are creating a hype train. We got a hype train incoming. What is going on? Calm down. Relax. Let's have some, we're having some fun. It's a lot of bits. Let's just fucking cheers. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Mismo. Blue. Hollywood. Let's go. Thank you. Holy shit. All the cha-chings are the bits. Let's see. Blue's going with Gretzky. Let's see. This is going to say me too, Pops. Woo, woo.
Is it Gretzky?
Jesus.
There was another cha-ching.
Yeah, that means Mismo just cheered 10 more bits. Oh! My God!
You guys hit the lotto?
Where are you guys getting all this money from? Like, we got to move over to, like, Colorado or St. Louis or something? Like, you start making... Holy shit. Take it easy. Take it easy now. We're trying to figure...
I heard another one.
Yep, Hollywood coming in with another 10 bits.
Ah.
Oh! Ma! God. There we go, Pops. Holy shit. Let's see. Got business to say, but Gretzky's the only player I know. We have fun throwing bits at you. Hey. We really appreciate it. We love the support. Thank you so much.
Is it him?
I'm fucking speechless right now. Holy shit. I gotta scroll back up. We got so many fucking bits right now. I don't even know what people answered. Okay. Well, Ms. Mo saying, love you guys. Love you too, Ms. Mo. Blue, it's great to see that you're back, that you're home safe.
Yeah.
Ms. Mo, did you do it? Did you do it?
Oh, you meet him at the door?
Let's see, Blue going with Gretzky. Let's go. It's not Gretzky or Ovechkin, says Hollywood.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Not Gretzky and not Ovechkin. I know Gretzky had like 37. You said
What was the question again?
empty netters?
Empty netters?
Is that what the question was?
He played on the Penguins. Crosby!
It's got to be Crosby.
It's Crosby. It's gotta be Crosby.
It's the only guy I got. Oh, well, no, there was another guy that played on Pittsburgh.
Name him.
Shit. What the fuck was his name? I'm trying to think of initials.
Let's see, Blue is saying, what the hell, Wiz? A whole new world? Really? I wonder where she got that idea. Oh, never mind, I see you. Both are in on it, Pops. With the door? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Okay,
You said it's not It's not Crosby?
I might have had something to do with this. But hey, well, I guess to a degree you can blame me.
Of course you're going to blame you.
But I didn't get it stuck in your head. I didn't get it stuck in your head this time.
Oh, no, it's shorthanded goals.
Most short-handed goals in a season was the trivia question. Okay, yeah, Hollywood.
All right, so we said Gretzky and we said Ovechkin, and that's both wrong. And we said Crosby, and that's probably going to be wrong because he said Pittsburgh, and he hasn't answered yet.
Yeah, Blue, it's great to see you, Chad. Again, thank you so much. Of course I could blame you. I mean, yeah.
You said no.
I was a culprit. I might have actually came up with the idea, Blue.
I know who it is, but I can't think of his name.
We need initials. We need initials.
Once I hear initials, I know it. I can't think of his name.
Well, while Pops is losing his mind over this again, thank you so much for the bits, everybody. And, your personal cheers to you guys. Thank you so much.
See, I got it wrong, first of all. First I said empty netters, and then I was thinking of that. And it's not. He said shorthanded goals. Oh, man.
Kreider.
No, he wasn't on Pittsburgh.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I was just throwing names out.
He said ML? Am I see that right?
Yeah, ML is the initials. He played on the Penguins.
ML. I should notice.
You should, but it's okay. Take a knee. he will never take a knee.
Oh my God.
It's okay to throw in the towel.
I know, not yet.
Not yet? Alright, well, while you're thinking. ML on the Penguins. Martin Lawrence. No, fuck, he's a comedian. Shit!
ML. I know when I hear it, I know right away, but I'm blank. Yeah. Michael Landon, Mr. Luigi. Oh God.
What are you laughing about?
I said Michael Landon, Mr. Luigi. Michael Landon. Oh. Lemieux?
He played during Gretzky's time.
Lemieux. I think his last name was.
Yeah, would that count though? If like even Papa K gets at least like the last name right, because I feel like that should count.
I think his name was Lemieux.
Let's see.
That's French name. Yeah, I think that was him.
No, I love it though, Mr. Luigi.
Michael Landon. He was played on Bonanza. He's a great actor. Died way too young.
Oh God! Why the fuck you gotta make it dark, Pop? It's like I was over here having a good laughing fit.
He was the most successful guy I ever knew. Bonanza. Highway to Heaven. And what was the other one he had?
Oh, but he's no. It's just we're trying to forget about the day and our mortality.
Mario Lemieux. Oh, see, that was
Mario Lemieux.
I'll say that's his name.
Let's see. We got Hollywood saying yes, Mario Lemieux. He had 13 shorthanded goals in his season in 1988 to 89 season.
Someplace.
Don't get too far away from the microphone.
No. What do you want me to do? Yell? Ha!
I didn't say that. It's like you're going all the way back.
It's just reaction.
Sometimes
Very
it sounds like you whisper. So granted though, Pops, you know what? You know why I say that? It's because I'm loud as fuck all the time. So everybody around me sounds quiet.
Okay.
You know? So it's like I think that's like it's probably my own.
You do scream.
I'm fucking loud as shit. And sometimes I just think funny things.
Arthur? How are you on me? Wow, he was something. I forgot he played with Crosby.
Let's see, we got Blue saying, definitely the sign of times, Pops. Pops remembers Bonanza. I remember A Little House on the Prairie.
That's the other one. That was the other one.
Let's go.
Very successful. Unfortunately, he died of pancreatic cancer, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Two guys that I really like were him and Patrick Swayze. That died way too young. And Michael Landon was unbelievably successful. No matter what this guy touched, turned to gold. I bet you nobody knew this, though. In the 50s, he played I Was a Teenage Werewolf. It was Michael Landon.
Hollywood says Michael Landon also played in Highway to Heaven.
I said that.
Yeah. Well, no, just Hollywood's
Yeah.
also chiming in, too.
Yeah. Oh, that was successful, and that's when he got sick. That show would have went on forever. I used to tell you the story. I used to call my brother up, and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "Ah." I said, "What's going on in the background?" He goes, "Ah." They're watching Highway to Heaven, and everybody's fucking crying. Because it was a tearjerker. Yeah.
It's,
I'd never forget that line.
I
got it on Fios right now. They show all the old ones. Victor French and Michael Landon. Yeah. Now it's not so tearjerker like it used to be. And I understood. Had me in tears sometimes, that show.
I think there's like certain things like, hits in the moment on how you're feeling. Like, or something that you've gone through a period of time. And like, if it kind of coincides with that. Because there are certain things, like you played a song earlier today. Not going to get too deep into details here.
Yeah.
But like, it kind of, it shut me down for a second where I was like...
Come to me.
Yep.
Yeah. And Michael Landon played an angel. That's what he was. That came down to earth to solve problems,
That reminds me of fucking... And again, I guess this is kind of a... Actually, technically, I feel like what you just said is a reimagining of this because John Travolta played Michael.
Michael as
the movie Michael. Yeah. And he was an angel.
Yep.
And he came down, he resolved some fucking problems.
And that was a hit. I have that movie.
I love that. That was a great one.
I love the part when he's in the bar. And he plays the music, right? Chain, chain, chain.
Chain, chain, chain.
All the girls follow him on the floor. Yep.
Chain up,
he can dance.
Chain, chain.
As he showed in two other movies, Saturday Night Fever.
You can tell the alcohol's kicking in a little bit because the hip doesn't feel so bad anymore.
And he was a dancer in. Let's see, what did I say?
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever, and
he danced in Michael's Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction with Uma Thurman.
Yep.
Yeah, I got that answer. It was on Jeopardy.
What
was the name of the song? No. They said the name of the song was Chuck Berry. Who were the dancers? I got it.
Can I give you guys a funny story real quick? Back when I was working in Westchester, right? One of the things that I would do is, like, if I had to use the restroom or something, you have to go through the break room.
Right.
With a TV on there, and they'd always have, like, Jeopardy, that's Jeopardy, right? With the blank spaces, and you try to figure it out.
Yep.
And so what I used to do is I would walk in there, And, I got to walk past the TV to get to the restroom. And I look at the TV and go, and there'd be like 1 or 2 letters up on the screen. And I go, and I would just start saying random things. I'd look at the clue and I'd say random things.
Yeah.
That, like, the clue made me think of.
Right.
And they're like, dude, you got to wait for, people be in the break room, like drivers and shit. Be like, you got to wait for more shit. More letters to pop up.
Yeah.
And I came in once, there was like 2 letters on the screen. I forgot what it was, but I was like, oh, it's this. And then I went to the break, I went to the bathroom, and I came out, and everybody in the break room's like,
how'd you know that answer?
how did you know? And I was like, I lost my shit for a minute. I was like, I was right. You made me right. I may be crazy.
I watch it every day. Alex Trebek died, and now the
God,
studio is named after him.
Everything is death.
Well, he died about 4 years ago, and the new guy.
Does everything remind you of death?
The new guy was a contestant. His name is the host Ken Jennings, and he was phenomenal. As on the show, the guy won a ton of money. And they gave him the job.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's catch up with Chad a little bit. I feel for Jay Swift. Wiz, when you get older, chances are you will lose some of your hearing and be even louder. Is that even possible?
It's after she punches him in the ear.
I wouldn't even hear it coming.
No, that's the problem.
And I'm fucking...
Boom!
You see how thick these glasses are. I'm not even going to see it coming. And nor would I blame her.
No.
Because even now, like, there's been a moment she's walked into the house and she was like, I can hear it from the bottom of the driveway. And I'm like, that's crazy. It sounds normal to me.
Mm-hmm. Can't imagine the rest of the neighbors in the summer when you got the window open.
No, my favorite is my neighbor over here. He's like, I'm so sorry for blasting the music last night. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. None at all. You got to remember, fireworks went off in this year. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Keith. Thanks for that permanent fucking shit. Mismo saying Michael Landon was a good man and an actor, producer. Mm-hmm. Did a lot of family friendly projects.
Oh yeah, no, he was phenomenal.
I wonder.
Johnny Carson loved him.
Would you consider us a family friendly show?
I hope so. And one thing I didn't know, Michael Landon smoked like a fiend. Which you never saw him on the show ever. On all his 3 shows, you never saw that.
Let's see. Hollywood saying my mom loved Bonanza.
That's all we watched. Bonanza in the 60s, NBC. My parents watched Bonanza, first Ed Sullivan, and then Bonanza. It was on for I gotta say close to 20 years. Gunsmoke, another Western that was on forever.
Isn't it impressive, how certain shows, that really stand the test of time?
And they did.
And then just keep
days,
going. Yeah. Blue saying, what's that smell? Do I smell cookies? Baking? I love that part in Michael. Oh my God, yes! Blue!
Oh, in the movie?
Oh.
Yeah.
I loved
sugar.
And one of the things I loved about that, and basically what they were trying to portray is just again, those simple things in life, to take time out of your day. Because now, all the time, we're sitting there. I don't have my phone on me right now, but just imagine my phone. It's just. I took a walk yesterday.
Okay.
I didn't have Lucy with me or anything, but I was just like, you know what, I want to go outside. It's a little, as you know, Pops, it's a bit warmer outside, and I just walked around the block, and you ever stare at the trees for a second and go, holy fuck.
Mm-hmm. Shit you ignore.
The little things in life that we take for granted every day. And I was sitting there, I walked past the school that I skated at as a teenager for years.
Yeah, no, we do take things for granted.
And just
Till-
like
till something goes wrong.
that's what I loved about that movie, Michael. He's like teaching that guy, like, you know, hey,
Battle! Remember?
battle!
And he had, so the ram or whatever it was.
Let's go!
Yeah, he had the feathers. It was a funny movie. Good movie. Good
Great,
cast,
great movie. Let's see, Hollywood saying Blues lead the Canadians 2-1 end of the first period. Let's go!
Good. Blues are
Oh!
right in the mix too right now. They're gonna make it.
Blue
Come on,
Mike-
baby. Beat the Canadians.
Blue Monkey coming in with Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, let's go, let's go.
What about it?
Because we were talking about shows.
Oh yeah. Well,
Mismos, I'm just catching up with chat right now,
Alright,
Pops. We
alright.
missed a little bit. All right, we
Okay,
missed
okay.
a little bit. All
the
right.
creator of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy made a fortune. Excuse the pun. Yeah, Merv Griffin created both shows, and they're still playing right now. Forever.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, the format has changed. Wheel of Fortune gives away a ton of money now.
Let's see. Mismo is saying you guys are a family-friendly show in our house. Luckily, we do not have any young ears in the house. Oh, my gold! Yeah, no.
I gotta go and get my ears tested.
The Pops, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, he can hear me. Yeah, his ears are still good. He's just fucking around with me now. Chain, 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 chain blues. Ah. Chain, chain, chain. Chain blues. Can I film my video bonus trivia question? Hollywood, you can most certainly do that, but like I said earlier, dude, film it, get it ready, because we'll have to use it next week. We're pretty deep into the show, brother. Save that one, man. Let's fucking go. See, Wiz, you looking at the trees just means you are getting a little older and you can't help but begin to appreciate the little things you didn't really notice some years ago. It's a good thing. Stopping to smell the roses once in a while. Mismo, I am getting older. These are like the things, though, that I have appreciated. I used to walk around the block when I was a teenager and just staring at the stars and going, holy shit. That light is reaching us from millions of light years away, and here I am, made of the same components that that's made of, walking around this street right now. You're 110% correct, though. We do forget these things from time to time. And just like something as simple as picking up a flower and smelling it, eating a fresh tomato, a little salt, little pepper, maybe some sharp cheddar next to it. And just even like, what we're doing right now, we're just shooting the shit as if we're hanging out in a bar. And no one has to drive. It's the little things. And see, Merv Griffin did a slew of shows. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, Blue. Oh, wait, because my mom loved Michael Landon. I got the privilege to watch all 3 of his shows. Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven. Let's go, Hollywood. Yeah, dude. We'll definitely get that shit going next week, brother. You know we got you, dude. I'm doing so bad on chess. Oh, shit, Eric. I'm depressed. Don't be depressed, man. You win some, you lose some. At least you ain't drafting... Or I'm sorry, not drafting. At least you didn't sign 2 kings to the same team. You know? And honestly, though, I think every once in a while, sometimes, like, what we were just talking about, like, sometimes losing, again, you gotta have a couple losses.
Regarding what?
No, Eric was saying, I'm doing so bad on chess, and I'm depressed.
Oh.
But no, sometimes we,
Gotta lose.
A loss once in a while humbles you.
Look at St. John's, right? Went to the finals. They throwed everybody, and then they lost. Second round.
Yeah,
I don't follow college basketball, but that's all they were talking about.
But again, like you can't win every day. You take the wins when you get them.
Oh, look at baseball, right?
And one of the beautiful things is like even when you take a loss, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes you reevaluate. Makes you rethink. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you going.
We gotta be better.
It makes you,
Well,
like
that's what the Rangers are going through right now. They lose like 3 in a row. Then they won a couple games in a row. But in this, it's only 11 games left.
Yeah, and think about that too when we play Home Run Derby next week.
So every team, like the Rangers, on a 5-game road trip. Not they were very good at home this year, which was rare. But now they got to show that they can win on the road. And starting tonight, they got a tough team in the Kings tonight, but they're definitely beatable.
Let's see. Hollywood saying it was an opening day question. Tell Papa K I got to watch all of Michael Landon's shows. There you go.
Really?
But yeah, no,
Well, I got to watch all of Bonanza because I had no choice. After Ed Sullivan, it was Bonanza. I wasn't that big a fan of Bonanza. I liked Gunsmoke, James Oness. It's funny, him and his brother were 2 stars with 2 different names. James Oness and Peter Graves was the star of Mission Impossible.
Oh shit!
That was a popular show.
Let's see. Hollywood saying my mom was a Michael Landon fan.
Oh yeah,
so that's that's what he was saying. Earlier.
Oh, yeah, no, he was phenomenal. Great guy and smart. All those shows, after Bonanza, he created them. Little House on the Prairie, which I never liked. No offense. But Highway to Heaven.
I'm thinking everybody's got their own preferences.
No,
I don't think that's offensive.
No.
You have the things that you're interested in. Like we were talking about zombies earlier.
Yeah.
Those are things that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And it.
Highway to Heaven was a classic though.
I don't think it's ever offensive. I think it's only offensive the way that like earlier we were joking around, but I think it could only be taken offensively if you're you're wrong for liking this.
Yeah. You like what you like.
Exactly.
I love Columbo.
Columbo's a great, you got me into Columbo. Pops, you got me into a lot of things that, between doo-wop, Columbo.
You know what's great about Columbo? They showed the actual murder, let's say, right? And then they...
How to
the
break
rest
it,
of the show is
how he broke it down.
How he figured it out, yeah. And a lot of shows, they don't show you who did it. And they didn't in this.
It was a very interesting dynamic.
Oh, without a doubt.
Let's see. Eric says, did you see Giants got Russell Wilson? Eric.
Yes. I don't know why, Eric.
We saw it.
But, Eric, they're doing something here. They're not going to keep these guys. I think
you're onto something with
I think
this.
they're using this for trade bait.
I think Papa K is really... This is one of the few times that we actually agree on a sports topic. I really think... Because, even before Russell Wilson was picked up by the Giants, we talked about Jameis Wilson tonight. Then we heard about the Russell Wilson thing. But even before that, even before we did tonight's show, you talked about Cam Ward as somebody being trade bait.
I think
and I really agree.
If they do pick him, unless they use him and let him go somewhere else.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
There are so many teams that are bad.
You got you got 3 quarterbacks now, and if you get Cam Ward, right, you grab Cam Ward. Yeah. Now you have 3 quarterbacks.
4.
And so, with Tommy DeVito, right?
Yeah.
So now you have 4 quarterbacks on the team that now all of a sudden you can start playing around with things. And even if you keep one of these two, between Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson, you have 2 quarterbacks that are seasoned, right? That if you kept Cam Ward to give him, and then you could use Tommy DeVito, like, I didn't see it in the beginning, and it took me a minute to take a step away, and take a look.
They're gonna give it to somebody.
I think you're on to something.
Yeah. I don't know what Shane's up to, but let's see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. We got Hollywood saying, I watched the Fugitive TV series with my late grandfather, says Hollywood.
Hollywood, I have the whole set.
He's got the whole set, bro.
From 63 to 67.
Dude, that's awesome, man. It's things like that. Like, even when we watch Doo-Wop together.
Yeah. And I got all of Perry Mason. 10 years of Perry Mason, and then...
you got me into the Iceman.
Oh, Jerry Butler.
Jerry Butler?
Still alive.
I was fucking... Still to this day, I love that song.
For your precious love.
For your precious love.
I like how he did it on the show.
Means more to me than any love could ever be.
No, he was damn good. He's got to be like in his mid-80s now. Him and Frankie Valli still kicking.
Eric saying Wilson is a good option to compete with Jameis Winston.
But not the other 2.
But, like, Eric, I agree with you. I do think it's like but I agree with Pops more on this. I think this is trade bait. They're not going to keep DeVito and Cam Ward. They're not going to keep Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson.
Why did they pay Jameis Winston and not this guy? Really?
They gave Jameis Winston a 2-year deal, gave him a 1-year deal for 10 and a half.
That's why, in my opinion, it's going to be trade bait.
Mismo saying, Pops, question. Yeah. With your parents coming from Europe, what did they think about television when it first came out?
Oh, I don't know about them, but I loved it. And we didn't have it. We came in 56. And my neighbor, he lived above us. And I was a friend with his son. And he would let me come upstairs. Because he had a TV we didn't. To watch 2 of my favorite shows. Yeah. Which was The Lone Ranger. Clayton Moore, Lone Ranger, and Tano, Jay Silverheels. Oh my God, I couldn't wait. Every Thursday, we ran upstairs. And me as a kid, I loved that. And when Christmas time, they gave me the white guns,
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll do they were like, not bullets, but...
No, it's like caps or something like that.
Caps,
pop,
red
pop,
caps,
pop,
yeah.
pop.
So that was one of my favorite shows. And a little bit later, I think it was the original on TV was Zorro. Was produced and directed by Disney. So I love that. Yeah. Till I saw the original Zorro, which was Tyrone Power in 1940.
All right, let me catch up here. We got Blue saying Columbo, Kojak,
yeah.
Beretta, Rockford, Files, classic TV shows. Let's go.
Yep.
Hollywood saying Papa K, I love your QU. Papa K, I love your trivia question tonight.
Okay, good.
My late grandfather was a fanatic of Gunsmoke. Eric saying they're not trading anyone. Eric, don't put that in the air.
Yeah.
They're trading.
Well, plus, what he just showed the other, mentioned the other shows. Kojak, Columbo. Then there was Mannix. There was Cannon. There was Barnaby Jones. Very popular. He was so old, though, he couldn't do the show anymore. Yeah, he was the star of the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah. Buddy Epson.
Hold on a second. We hold on a second. We got a lot to catch up with.
Yeah.
Hollywood saying, Papa K, if I ever see you, I want to watch the series with you.
Which one? You did it?
Any of them, I think.
I love The Fugitive. I still watch it. I watched, I'm in the process of watching the whole thing again.
Eric's saying, if anyone, DeVito. I'm sorry.
Yeah, DeVito's gone.
Pops, your parents probably thought there were better things to spend their money on.
No, we didn't have any money. You know, a black and white TV with those stupid antennas, you know?
I do remember.
They're terrible.
You were telling me one thing is like when you guys came over to the States,
Yeah.
your first time trying pizza.
I never had it in my life.
And that was something, that was like a Friday night, every Friday night.
No, every Saturday.
Okay, sorry.
When we went shopping, it was a store called Salone's. And they closed after a certain hour on Saturday. Sunday, nobody was open. And there was a place, I think it was called Needix. I get my orange drink and my slice of pizza, 15 cents.
15 fucking cents.
Yeah.
How much are eggs now?
Almost $7. It's gone down. And it'll get better. I saw the news already. You know, it's gone down like $1.80. But I was in Walmart today. $6.89 for 12. That normally cost $1.89, maybe.
Give or take.
Yeah. Till this blows over, you know. I hardly eat eggs anymore, and I love eggs.
Oh, so do I. Like, you know, when I
I'm
went
not
food
used-
shopping, I bought them. But here's the problem: when I eat eggs, I'll eat like 4 or 5 at a time.
Yeah, I only use them to do the chicken cutlets because you got to beat the eggs. You know.
And by the way, thank you. That was delicious.
I'll give you some more when you drop me off.
Hell yeah.
Got one big slice there for you and 2 meatballs.
You got some for you?
Oh, I still got left over.
Okay.
Don't forget, I made a ton. I made 10 meatballs, and Megan made like at least 14 chicken cutlets.
Whoo, baby! Ow! Ma!
I don't know how good
Go!
it tastes after now. This was Sunday, so by the time.
No, it only gets better with time.
Well, like I said, without a doubt, I enjoyed it. I had one today. Mindy had a few pieces with me.
Let's see. Let me catch up here. I love it. Chat's going quick right now. This is awesome, guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. By the way.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta look over here now. Let's see. Eric's saying they won't trade a quarterback this offseason. Hollywood's saying that the Blues are up 3-1
All right.
in the second period.
Good.
Papa raised me on the Lone Ranger and the Green Hornet.
Oh, I remember that too.
Let's go, dude. Blue saying Barnaby Jones, the original Tin Man for the Wizard of Oz.
What the option?
What did I say?
And he was the guy. He was the star of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Mismo saying, Pops, thanks for sharing that. I always wondered what immigrants from the 1950s and 1960s thought of TV in American life in general.
My parents worked so hard that color TV started coming around in the early 60s. Right? And I had this crappy black and white thing with the antennas, and you cursed like crazy. Like fuzz.
Fuck with it, yeah.
Yeah. And by 1968, they bought a whole console color TV. So I was forced to watch Ed Sullivan. Yeah. I didn't mind Ed Sullivan, he had 87 million viewers on average on Sunday night. That was unheard of. That means the whole damn nation was watching Ed Sullivan.
What year?
between late 50s and early mid 60s.
87 million.
Yeah. Yeah, when the Beatles came on Ed Sullivan on 1964, I think it was February, it was over 77 million people watching that show. Yeah. You don't see that anymore.
Holy shit.
The Fugitive, David Jansen, was so popular they couldn't wait.
Well, there you go. Hollywood just said, I want to watch The Fugitive with Papa K.
Oh, great. David Jansen was phenomenal. He died so young.
Well, Eric says, Pops was too busy with the ladies to worry about TV.
Who?
Eric said, Pops was too busy with the ladies to worry.
13.
That's still,
No.
I mean...
Not true, Eric. I used to tell Wiz, on Saturday night they had a TV show called Chilla Theater. It was a horror show. Now it's called Svengoolie, I think. I couldn't wait. Because now I could stay up, Sunday was no school.
A little older, yeah.
And I got scared, watching House of Haunted Hill, The Thing. I would cover myself up to here when I got scared. The Blob.
I got a funny thing about the Blob. Hold on a second. I want to catch up here. Let's see. Mismo says, what's the occasion we are missing that you made chicken cutlets?
Nothing, just dinner.
Just a Sunday night dinner? I missed him too,
Yeah,
Mismo.
he went somewhere else for dinner. And his brother and my daughter.
Whoa. The way, when you say it like that, you make it sound like I just, disregard it.
No. You were invited to.
I was going to check on my mother-in-law and make sure
that's
she's
all I meant.
okay.
That's all I meant. I didn't know you were going there, so that's why I asked you first.
You did. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you before.
Yeah. No, we had a ball. We made linguine, 10 meatballs, 14 chicken cutlets. Oh. It was phenomenal.
And again, thank you for sharing some of those leftovers.
Always.
I really appreciate it.
I made so much. And his sister made unbelievable. She goes, well, it was like a tag team match. You made the cutlets, and I made the Parmesan.
The Parmesan.
Oh my God, it was delicious.
We got Hollywood saying, Papa Hollywood also raised me on the A-Team. I have the complete set on DVD. We don't buy views. That's right. Hold on a second.
I was a big fan of the A-Team.
Oh, hold on. That was already deleted. Blue, thank you for that. I appreciate that, man.
A-Team was George Papard, and what was the guy name? He played Clubber Lang with Rocky.
Mr. T.
That was the guy. Yeah, they were the popular ones. And it's still shown on the Oldies channel every night.
See, Blue saying, forced to watch Ed Sullivan. Tonight we have a really big show.
Right here on our stage.
Oh, my God!
Ed Sullivan had rules, though. I remember the Doors came on the show, who were popular, right, at that time. And Ed Sullivan said to them, do not use this line in your song. Change it. And Jim Morrison literally said, screw you. And he did exactly opposite. They were never on the show again.
Yeah. And then being one of the biggest bands at that time as well.
Never came on Ed Sullivan's show again.
I mean, fuck, they made a movie about him. Val Kilmer. And, again,
the other day.
Fun little trivia about that is when Val Kilmer came up for the role.
You told me about
I
this.
told you about this. Chad, I'm going to tell you guys about this.
Yeah.
When Val Kilmer came up and said, I want to play Jim Morrison, they said no. Oh, excuse me. So then what he did was he sent them a record and he said, half of these songs are by Jim Morrison. Half of these songs are me actually doing it. Tell me which ones are me, which ones are him. And then they went to it and they go, oh, this was you, this was him. And at the end they go, all right, how do we do? And he goes, they were all me. Which again, big, Val Kilmer. That was a fucking.
He played a
That was a
They made him
baller
look
move,
like him.
right? That was a baller move right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, that was another story of a guy impersonating Buddy Holly, impersonated by what's his name, Gary Busey. And Busey said, "If I can't sing the songs, I'm not doing the part." And they let him sing.
We got Eric saying 13 is how many women he's been with prior to TV being released. Absolute legend. Nice work, Pops.
Who's he talking about?
Well, there's been a lot of conversation right now, and I'm trying. Again, Pops, you gotta, you're not putting your glasses on. You're not helping me out here. I'm trying to keep up with our conversation and with the conversations going on over here. But let's go, Mr. T, my favorite. Mr. T, pity the fool, says Blues just made it 4-1. Let's fucking go. But yeah, you got to remember something, Pops, is as we're having these conversations, remember the delay that they hear us in, right?
Well, yeah.
So, like, we've talked about so many things within the last 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm just reading everything.
Roger Moore in the Saint
became-
TV series.
He became James Bond
Yeah.
later. Yeah, it
And
was a
the
good
Saint, and again, that's another one that Val Kilmer he played in the movie The Saint.
show. Yeah. Roger Moore was good in the Saint. I knew right away. And the other guy I knew was going to be James Bond was Pierce Brosnan. Right away. He had a TV series called Remington Steele. And I knew right away. He was a good-looking guy, Knew right away. But the best is still Sean.
Oh yeah, sure. Where's the adversary?
Yeah, by the way, I just watched it again.
But today is mine.
Untouchables is on every damn day. I didn't realize that movie was made in the 80s.
I just watched with Sean Connery. It's on YouTube. One of the movies on YouTube. The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
With Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Didn't care for that movie.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
You know which one I like with him? With Entrapment?
I knew you were going to fucking say that. I knew it.
I
I knew it. Because I know what you're going to say next.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yep.
Hot. That was a damn good movie.
I knew that was coming.
You know what else he was good in?
She deeps beneath the lasers. Ooh.
Untouchables, Entrapment, The Rock, you said? What was the other movie I saw him in? Obviously James Bond. He did a ton of those, right? 007.
Hold on a second. Let's catch up with chat and let's, we'll close off the show. I do have work tomorrow. You are retired. So you ain't got to worry about sleeping in.
Yeah. The only problem I got tonight, getting up every freaking hour to go to the bathroom. I hate it.
That does suck. I don't mean to laugh at that, but that does suck.
Night, yeah. Now, like I said, I'll go to bed like 11 or whatever. I'll get up 5 times.
No, I hate it. I hate it too because even though, right now, Jay Swift is, she's got Lucy and everything. These cats will not let me sleep. So I understand. I understand your pain.
They know something's not right. Everybody's not here.
No, because Babs wants to go out.
I just let her back in, by the way.
Yeah. So she's probably going to be on the bed. She wants to stay on the bed up until 1 in the morning. That's when she wants to go out. Bowser takes a shit and has the zoomies from anywhere from 12 midnight to 3 a.m.
Nice.
Love that. Meanwhile, my hip and lower back are fucked up, and I just want to get some fucking sleep. But then he gives me those eyes. Like Pops, I think one of the lines that you always said is like, you go to school for this shit? These animals, they give you these looks, and they're like,
oh my God.
But we're
Especially
cute.
the dog. Give me those poopy eyes.
oh, Bowser. Bowser and Babs, they just give me that look, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll suffer, I don't care. Get in here. Get in here.
Yeah, they're part of the family. animals that are domesticated are their family.
And then an alarm.
We treat them like family.
That yeah, without a doubt. And then an alarm clock goes off, and I'm like, you ain't gotta sleep.
And they can stay, and you gotta go.
Hollywood doing a little sniper stretch action. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do a stretch. I'm gonna catch up with chat here.
Offsides.
Let's see, Bismo say, Pops, you're killing me with the food talk.
I don't cook that much, but I gotta start getting better.
When you do, what are you
With
talking about
barbecue.
getting better?
Well, now with the barbecues coming up soon, instead of eating like fast food shit like a hero, I wanna make like burgers, dogs on the grill, chicken.
Well, Friday I'm gonna make some potato soup for my mother-in-law.
Okay.
There's enough. I have enough here that I'm gonna put a little bit aside for you.
Oh yeah, you make it.
You
really
cool with
good.
that?
I love it.
You liked it the last time I made
I
it?
love it. It's one of my favorites ever. Potato soup. Yeah, that's what we used to eat in my day because it was cheap. Eggs were cheap. Potatoes were cheap. Butter was expensive.
Well, I say we got Mismo saying someday maybe we'll get to meet Wiz's sister, the chef, and maybe get lucky enough to taste some of her creations.
Oh, you should see what she showed me over the weekend on her phone.
Hold on, Pops. Let me finish reading.
I'm just saying.
Hold that thought. But let me finish reading the comment here. I must run in the family. Pops with many dishes, and Wiz, master of the meats and the drinks, and the sister of many dishes and pastries and baked goods.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, we had a family that could cook. Without a doubt. I never suffered any hardships with eating what your mom made.
Yeah, no. All this weight I've gained isn't just from fucking beer.
All right, what time we got? We over?
About 26 minutes past. But hell, it was a great fucking night and a great time hanging out with chat.
Yep, without a doubt.
Catch you up here. Sean Connery, absolute legend and the best Bond, says Hollywood Blue, saying, I wonder what part you're talking about there, Pops. An entrapment. You know, Blue, you know.
You kidding me?
She deeps beneath the lasers. Ooh. Sean Connery in Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade.
Yeah, that wasn't a big
Little
hit.
sniper stretch.
Wasn't a big hit.
But again, ladies and
Hunt for Red
gentlemen.
October. Wasn't he in that?
Oh, yes, we're on the hunt for Red October.
Yeah, he was in that. It was good. Not my favorite movie, but that had a lot of stars. I think Gene Hackman was in that too.
Hollywood saying the man from Uncle.
That was, let's see, Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin.
I love the way you put, I love, that
Robert Vaughn and
that made me smile. That made me happy.
I think it was Robert Vaughn and Dave McCullough. They played the part. That was the beginning of all those spy shit after James Bond. Yeah,
Well,
and they made a goof about it with Get Smart. It became a
Yeah,
comedy,
with Steve Carell.
No, Don Adams was his name.
Well, they remade it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Don Adams is Barbara Feldon. I used to stay home to watch that on Saturday night. It used to be on like at 8:30 before I went out. He was funny, Don Adams. Would you believe? That was his famous word. And the guy that played his boss was in a ton of shows before that. Perry Mason, shit like that. All these character actors were in a lot of shows. They weren't the star, but they were there. You know what I watched over the weekend again? All three Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, and The Enforcer. Fantastic shows.
I'm gonna watch them.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna watch them.
Oh, he was unbelievable. I mean, he was so young then. Clint Eastwood. Bradford Dillman, Harry Guardino, Tyne Daly. You name it.
Hollywood saying I Spy TV series.
Bill Cosby and Robert Culp.
I did see you put that in Hollywood. I did miss that, but I did catch Bill Cosby in there.
Yeah, he was in there.
Blue saying, would you believe we missed it by that much with Agent 99?
Barbara Feldon.
And Hollywood coming in with Clint Eastwood, legend. Yeah. You know what's funny is, I say this, and then we do have to calm it down a little bit because I do got work tomorrow.
I'm ready.
But Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
Didn't care for it.
I remember you didn't care for it in the beginning, and when you watch it all the way through,
I get it. Yeah.
It's a very interesting watch.
He made great movies during the '60s. They call them spaghetti westerns.
Well,
right?
Hold on. Give me a second, Pops.
Go ahead.
Give me a second. I thought, I had the same vibes. I was like, I don't like this movie. I don't like where this is going. And then all of a sudden, you see what it turns into. I'm not going to give any spoilers.
It was racial, wasn't it? In the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah, it gives you like a what the fuck, like what Clint, what are we doing here? And then you get to the end.
Totally opposite.
And no spoilers. But it was one like the first watch, didn't watch it all the way through. I got upset. And then the second watch, I was like,
you had to watch the whole movie.
This man's a fucking genius. And he directed.
Yeah.
And just again, like all the things that he's done in his career.
Oh man, like I was just gonna say, spaghetti westerns, right? Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Mm-hmm.
The Outlaw Josie Wales. Hang 'em High. Then he did the three, Dirty Harrys. Then he did a western I thought was really good called The Unforgiven, which I just watched the whole thing with what's his name? The guy from oh God, I can't think of his name now. And then he did
Clint Eastwood and Rawhide.
Rawhide was
from
his
Hollywood.
First, yeah, in the 50s. Yeah, Rawhide. Yeah, he became a star. Oh, he did a movie called Coogan's Bluff in '68. Fantastic movie.
That's what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Eric's saying I'm Clint Eastwood in that movie.
Yeah. No.
I gotta say, you know what, Eric? You may be right.
No, he's a phenomenal actor. Yeah, no, I pretty much I loved almost all his movies.
But I gotta say this, Pops.
Yep.
If you were to end this show, how would you end this show?
Good night.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
That was simple, right?
I like it though. I like it.
Let's go Blues. Come on Rangers tonight. I'll actually get to watch a little bit of it.
No, baby, come on.
Yep.
But I'll say this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Chat. This community.
Yep.
Oh, no. You got to pick that beer back. Back the fuck up. Cheers to this community and all the love and support. Thank you so much for all the fucking bits tonight. That was insane. We almost had a hype train going. That's... It's fucking...
Uh-oh.
Easy now. Easy. We're trying to end the show. Calm down, Hollywood.
I just heard the ching again.
I know. Hollywood, cheers. 5 more bits. Cheers right back at you. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you've shown us through the years. We've been doing this for, 7 years now, Pops? This Pops Wiz SportsCast. And, the gaming live streams, the whole 9. Oh, my God. Blue coming in with another 100 bits. Easy. Okay, listen. We're going to end the stream.
Keep going. I'm greedy. No, I'm on it.
Oh, God. Yeah, I have work tomorrow.
I know. let's shut it down.
But thank you.
So I can get home.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the love and support. And I'm going to be back on Thursday for a gaming live stream. We're going to get back into a little bit more Resident Evil Code Veronica. But as always,
Cheers.
Cheers. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your week. If I don't see you on Thursday, I hope you have a fantastic weekend as well. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your fucking night. Oh!
Ma!
God! We'll see you next week.
Talk about baseball next week.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that.
Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you soon.